How's everybody doing on this fine, beautiful Friday? Ooh, it is Friday. I act like it's something big, like, oh, wow, I don't have to, tomorrow's Saturday. Okay, so for me, that don't really change anything. I'm still up at the same time. Actually, it does change things because I have the littles home from school. And yeah, so it's, yeah. Anyway, happy Friday. Let's take you into the intro.
Home in the valley, home in the city, home isn't pretty, ain't no home for me. Home in the darkness, home on the highway, home isn't my way, home I'll never be. Burn out the day, burn out the night. I can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. Time is the essence, time is the season, time ain't no reason, got no time to show, time everlasting, time to play these sides, time ain't on my side, time I'll never know. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Now I want to tell you what's wrong from what's right. I've seen suns that were freezing and lives that were blue. But I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. Burn out the day, burn out the night. I can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you.
Alrighty then. Welcome to the lower level. Well, where the party begins. Told you, bitch. Told you I'd spin it for you. I know damn well what you meant by it. But you know what? I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. We're the misfits of the lower level. We special. We big special. You jolly. Bitch, you ain't on a channel much bigger crime right now. Literally crying right now. Shut the fuck up. Stupid cow. Okay, let's do this hey thing. Hey, Whispers. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Thor. Captain Ganja, my fave Cap Misfit. You a misfit of the lower level now. Lower level misfits. Hey. Hey, step not that step, don't side eye me. Happy Friday. Hey, Winnie the Pup, good to see you. Hey, Hope. I just said I hope. I wonder how Hope's doing. It was weird. I did. I just actually said that to someone. I hope you're all right. How you been doing? Hey, Starry Night. I know you're always super busy. Hey, Sweetie and Swoopy. Duh, pantyhose. Oh my gosh, the pantyhose. Oh my gosh, I love it. T. Kelly, yeah, she did a really great job on that song. Hey, Yono Chaos. Eastern Girls. Hey, Naomi. Pookie's Granny. How are you, Grammy? Black Sheep. Misty. Butter. Hey, Deb. Hey, Seawork. Lip Lock No More. How are you, hon? Hey, Zen 11. Whispers. The Jennifer. Honey Elder. Oh, cool. Hey, Spitfire. So, how's your all's Friday going? Everybody getting ready for for Easter? I mean, I don't know. I do the traditional ham and all the sides. Um, and that's about it. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, hide some eggs for the kids and hide the baskets and yeah, all that. But yeah, that's um, that's enough for me. That is enough for me. I don't like how commercialized it's become. But 'tis what it is. I can't change that. Oh, hey, mods. I really well the two that are in here. I don't have to say anything. But anyway, never mind. Wait. Hey, Chicago Bonnie, how are you? It won't let me. I don't know what is going on with. Why do you throw this stuff in that damn swimming pool? I am alone here, just another day, but I will be eating the usual hard-boiled eggs. What you eating just hard-boiled eggs for? Nope, just my husband, me for Easter. Yeah, I'm not doing. I'm just getting a ham and just doing some sides. I'm not doing a big. Um, yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I'm chilling out at home. That's it. I mean, usually the kids don't get any time off for Easter. They go back the very next day, which is stupid. Instead of giving them all that spring break that they just gave them, take a day or two and, make it a 3 or 4 day weekend for them. But usually they don't. I haven't. So they go back to school the very next morning. So they bum because they want a day to play with their little gadgets they got in their baskets. I didn't hit my own damn link. What did it do that for? Oh, so I wish they would though, because it would be nice to have a 3 day weekend, even though I'm still just going to chill out at home. Hey, Petty, good to see you. We were going to send a damn search party. I miss you. Seeing you. Miss you coming up on panel. We was sending. Oh, she did. Hey, we was at a damn search party.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry. I'm here.
How
I'm
you
just
doing?
yeah, I'm alright. Self-reflecting and all that jazz.
Yeah, I
How's
hear.
everyone over here?
Good. Getting ready for this
Easter.
over hyped up, over
Christ?
commercialized Easter. Yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing, Ange?
I'm okay. I'm just tired. I had a long day.
What vape have you got? I think I've got that one. Is it Malibu something?
It's watermelon ice.
Oh, I've got one that looks exactly the same, but it's Malibu something.
Hey, you
Can't
know what's
remember.
up?
Watermelon ice. I've screwed up and I left my vape at home today, and I'm not used to leaving the house. So,
Oh, have you had viewings?
no, I had a play date that I went over to my friend's house and played at her house today.
Oh, cool. Did you have fun?
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
Bless you. What
Good.
types? What did you do?
Nothing really.
No.
And talked and went and had lunch and then went back and sat and talked and listened to music and showed each other things on our phones.
Sometimes that's all you need, though.
That's it.
I
Need
like
a
what
break.
kids do nowadays. I'm just an overgrown child, so
Yeah. How's things with your little ones, Kathy? Are you muted? You might stop talking.
Okay. Yeah, the kids are doing great. They drive me nuts.
Have you got
no,
new ones
not the
now?
lifestyle.
Yeah.
Out with a friend.
Two and a
Wow.
half year old and a 16 and a half year old.
16
But
and a
I
half
did
years
learn that.
old.
Hmm.
Sorry, Ange.
No.
But I
I
don't know
did
for
learn
how
that there's
long.
a nudist colony.
What?
Oh, that's interesting.
You.
Well, I don't know what to say to that.
And it's exclusive and you have to have a membership to attend. And
Wow.
apparently they do nudie, um, nudie, ATVing and, 4 by
Ow.
4ing, and I just don't think that that is, and you're required to bring a towel if you sit on somebody else's chair.
Oh my fucking god. Please don't
Okay.
tell me they do
What?
woodworking classes. Woodworking would be very interesting around.
Listen, y'all raise enough money, I'll go for a weekend. Y'all raise enough money, I'll go for the weekend and we'll go do investigative journalism.
That's hilarious. Can't
It says
even imagine.
very specifically no sex, like, and if you're gonna have sex, keep it very private.
Oh shit. Wow. I'm good. I'm too vanilla for that.
I just giggled. I was like, when my friend told me today, I was like, I don't think that that's a very wise thing. I bet they have a really long waiver you have to sign. It's like
Yeah.
legit in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Well, at least they're not scaring people.
Mm.
Like, middle of fucking nowhere.
There's a swingers house in Daytona,
Yeah.
and it's a regular house, but it's like a little private club that. But that's what. Yeah, they don't wear. Well, they're not wearing many clothes because they're all sharing each other,
Gross. You've just
I
put.
just
and it's advertised.
Between you
They
both,
have
you've
one
just put
outside
some
of
very.
Denver. They have one outside of Denver that's a adult hotel.
Right.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
like,
no, thank
oh.
you. I'll pass on all that, all the above.
Here's the thing, like, at the time when I learned about it, I wasn't smart enough to ask that many questions because I was like, "What?
Yeah.
No, abso-fucking-lutely not. What are
But
you
just in
thinking?"
case. But just in
And
case.
so but now I wanna know, how did you find out about this? Who told you about this? Who's been cooking here? Yes,
Wow.
like, I have a ton of fucking questions now.
Corrupt our
Well,
mind.
that's very interesting. Do they cook nude as well? And I said cook.
Listen,
Yeah,
I
they do
don't
everything. They don't wear
know.
clothes. My husband's best friend growing up, all through school and high school and stuff, his mom would never wear clothes, and she would open up all the blinds and clean the house in the nude and everything, and all his teenage friends would be drooling.
Oh my god, no.
There are parts of me that you're not supposed to see without the right lighting.
Yeah, I'm with you. Even with the right lighting,
Yeah,
it's
there's. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Hey,
no.
Well,
everybody
my
coming
question
in.
is,
Hey,
what if
Lizzie.
I'm a nudist that identifies, but I
Lacey.
like to keep my clothes on? I identify as a nudist, but I like
Yeah,
to
they
keep my
can't
clothes
discriminate.
on.
No discrimination.
Right.
Well, look, I'm sure that Brittany's now ex panel guest will be more than happy to share her toys.
Yeah, I believe that when I see it.
I mean, she has a whole tube of, gel.
Yeah.
I don't want to buy. No, no, no hand me downs there. No, thank you.
Listen, you two rebels have just put some right images in my head. I'm just
You're gonna
about to
have
go to bed,
nightmares
thank
for a
you.
week.
You think listen, Petty, when I tell you this is in the fucking middle of nowhere, I mean, like, they
Don't
have
fuck no way.
camper trailers and it's scrub brush, it's sagebrush, it's and I mean they have hundreds of them there.
Oh wow. No thanks, I'm alright.
I have so many
They have their
fucking
own little
questions.
community. They probably even
Yes,
have a
it's an
store and
entire
stuff.
it's a nudist colony. Yes. But the
Mhm.
and one of the things that it says we specialize in nude 4 by 4ing and off-roading. I'm like,
What? Could you
"I'm
imagine going
sorry.
off road nude and your thing clanging all over the place while you flying?
My boobs will be doing this."
I'm telling you.
I would end up with 2 black eyes, and so would the passengers.
Oh my lord. Can I bring my archery cup at least?
Yes, you can bring your Anjarchy cup.
Oh my lord. It's good to see you though, Petty. It really is. We do miss you when you're not around.
Thank you.
Questions.
You what, sorry?
Yeah.
I just have so many questions.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a lot of questions that come with that.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Hey, I don't understand that concept, just like I don't understand the concept of an open marriage, which pretty much is, I mean, if you're doing that,
I
you're
don't like to
bunking each
share my
other.
toys. Thank you
Hell
very
fuck
much.
no. I didn't get married to sleep around. Shit, I'll just stay single if that's the case.
Right?
I mean, screw that.
Monogamy.
Hey, Aries. Hey, note to self. Hey, everybody coming in. Okay, real quick. Um, After the shit show yesterday, or the last couple of days with these mods coming in trying to stir up trouble, um, and don't block unless it gets downright beyond. But if they're just assholes like they've been the last couple of days, time them out for the 80, what is it, 87 minutes or something like that, which gives them a whole day. And then I'll be
86,000
happy.
seconds.
Yeah,
It's an entire
86,000.
day.
And I'll be happy to go. And I'm going to go in and then block them myself. That way, none of you can take no shit for it. I'll be doing the blocking because I don't want
Okay,
nothing
okay.
sent to none of you.
Okay, thanks for letting me know.
Well, there's just people coming in. I think it's the same troll.
Yeah.
Coming in trying to start trouble with saying shit to us about Queen,
Yeah.
and the voices. And we were having fun playing with them.
Yeah.
We sent them all back. We said, hey, open panel, go ask your questions. Apparently you're the one that has the questions, not us. So go on over there. But sometimes they get a little too out of hand. And
Yeah.
we block them and they come right back. So it's the same troll with just many different alts.
Okay.
What's up?
Hey,
Hi,
B-Tim.
Tim.
What's up? How are things going?
Not bad, thank you. How are you?
Are you okay with your mic? It sounds like you're getting talking underwater. What's going on, Petty?
No, I'm decorating, so I'm miles away from it.
Decorating? What are you decorating for? There's no holidays.
I've had
Easter.
to.
What
I've had to.
holidays? What holidays do British
I
people
used to
celebrate?
decorate for
No,
every
I mean
holiday.
decorate as in painting and decorating.
Oh,
Home
like
improvement.
remodeling.
Yeah.
You're remodeling while on a live stream.
No, I just hopped up to say hi to Andrew
You
and
just
Kathy
like
and say
sawing
listening.
wood. You're just like hitting nails. Maybe constructing some bookshelves. Why not?
Well, if I was, my neighbours would be pretty pissed at me because it's 20 to midnight.
I mean, I don't know what type of neighborhood you're in. Maybe they're okay with that. You could be like in the middle of
No.
nowhere.
Who let him
Was
in
that
the
a
door?
soda? Was that a motherfucking soda?
Uh-oh.
Who let him in the door? Yes, it was a soda. It is a Mr. Pibb, and I'm enjoying it over my new nugget ice from my new nugget ice maker. So
Oh
you
my
just
fucking
hush
god!
yourself.
Oh my
Yeah, she's
fucking
on cloud
god!
9. She got an ice maker today, B-Tim.
Just kick this lady. It's just like there's no soda allowed. Like unbelievable. This is the water club. Everyone drinks water.
Hey,
That'd
Turning
be my
Leaves.
cue to bounce.
Okay.
Hey,
Water
Donna.
club.
I've been looking
Right.
for you,
There's a
B-Tim.
buzzkill in the door.
You're
I
looking for me.
know.
Why are you looking for me? I don't owe you money. Why would you be looking for me?
No, there's some lives I want to review with you and Voices on Panel. That thing in
Oh,
the wall has decided to cover the Karen Reed case.
oh, well, she probably, let me guess. Karen Reed's innocent. It's a grand conspiracy.
Oh
And,
hell, she didn't even watch anything first.
oh,
Then she decided to get serious about it.
she got real serious. Guys, I believe that the dog with no bottom teeth attacked that person, and it's a grand conspiracy. Oh, by the way, Karen Reed says that she's comparing herself to O.J. Simpson, and if she was, and now that she's going through what O.J.'s going through, she would definitely have voted not guilty on O.J.
Oh
That's a
my.
good sign.
Exactly. Yeah. She
That's a
thinks
good
that,
sign.
the police department's all corrupt. This is all set up,
She thinks OJ they should have just got OJ off just because of technicalities,
Yeah, she did. Yep.
When you start
You've seen that there's a real good chance that since old T-Boy decided to plead the fifth, that he could be sequestered.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I was laughing my ass off.
Right, I'm going to hop down, ladies and gents. So I've got to get this done and go to
Well,
bed.
thank you for coming up. I appreciate it. It's good to see and talk to you.
Say hi. I'll be up longer next time.
All right, dear. Thank you for
All
coming
right,
up.
bye now. Bye, B Tim.
Bye.
Bye, Petty.
Bye.
Hey,
Now we
Mary,
got
I'm
Petty
popping.
gone.
Hey, Darby.
Now that we got Petty gone and we finally got her down, and we can get down to brass tactics, okay? Do you know what the brass tactics are?
What are brass?
No.
No, it's brass tacks,
No,
not
it's brass
tactics. It's
tactics.
brass tacks.
Let's see. Let's Google that. Let's see if we can voice this for you.
It's TACK. It's brass tacks, not brass tactics.
Oh, she.
I'm gonna say tactics from still. So anyway, it doesn't matter. Doesn't
That's
matter. I'm
okay. What are
making a
the
new
brass
saying.
tactics?
Yeah, Twitter has been on fire with Karen
What?
Reed and Turtle Boy shit.
What now? I mean, like I
Oh, they're
think
just
Joe.
it's just nonstop. Yeah, we got a jury. I was so happy about that. So
I
is
mean,
voices.
let me see. I mean, like honestly, I didn't think there was like anything.
Well, you know how they're going back and forth, all the followers with Grant and Massel and all them. Yeah.
Yeah, the usual like back and
Yeah.
forth. Yeah, like yeah. When I look at like news on the case, I try to look for like what's new, like information.
Yeah, I
You know what I
read
mean?
Grant's post because if he gets anything new, he puts it out right away.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I just think like I like to wait for the trial, and I think all this like people just arguing is like a
What do you
waste of
think of my
energy.
beaver ears, B Tim?
Yeah, I don't argue with none of them. Like I said, I look for if there's any of the legal updates, like about him possibly being sequestered and stuff. That would be cool.
Well, voices they don't look like beaver ears.
They're
It
beaver
looks like
ears.
you're the you look like the Brooklyn fucking Easter bunny that just came through the fucking subway
A
system
Brooklyn Easter Bunny.
with the brown ears and the fucking. You just come from Brooklyn. You're
That's not
gonna
very nice. Jim Jules sent me these.
you're
She
gonna
gave me
rob.
Bucky Beaver ears.
You're gonna rob. You got your fuck instead of like you got your bag to rob people. You know the usual stuff. You know the Brooklyn. Anyway, give me about 5 minutes. I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh God, good. Let's talk about him now. He can't.
Okay.
He's not here. Him and his
You know
brass
that
tactics.
they were right about him. He really is the janitor during the day and shines shoes at night,
Yes.
or vice versa. You know, they're all right about him. He's always picking on poor Grifton and Betty.
Right.
We're kidding. I'm kidding. We're gonna watch a little bit of this. We can go into the other ones if you guys want to. Um, with the thing in the wall, I have no problem with that. Um, there's just this one here is so fucking. Oh, and Julius, maybe I should do that one. Hey Sheila, hey everybody, please do me a favor, hit that thumbs up if you haven't, sub up if you're not subbed up. You know all them YouTube things. Heck, you can become a low level misfit.
Oh, oh, Darby, I've always wanted Mickey Mouse ears from Disney World or Disneyland.
Oh,
I've
really?
always wanted those.
Well,
I've
if
never been.
we are blessed
Yes.
enough and lucky enough to take, because my daughter wants to go so bad for her birthday, if we can pull that off, I will get you a set.
Oh my
And
God, I've
send them to
always
you.
wanted a set of Minnie Mouse ears. I've
I will. I will
always
get you a
wanted
set
that.
from the Disney store right at the park. Okay.
You opted for Slinky dog ears. Oh my God.
Oh, those are cool too. Yeah, they have some cool ones.
Nope, I've always wanted Minnie Mouse ears and then to have my hair done so that my hair like had either a whole head full of curls all curled around it or was braided and then the way the braids went, they went around the ears. I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
I don't like people
No.
enough and I can't ride rides because I've got metal rods. So my days of doing stuff like that are over.
Yeah. I hear you. I don't like to wear hats. Yeah. I will make sure you get a pair if we go. Hey, do
I
or
told my
Diddy. Hey,
people
Maggie.
not to do that either.
Hey, Melinda. I think you'd look cool with it with your hair. Hey, hold on. Hey, Berry Meadows. I had a pair of them the first time we went many years ago. Hey, Mariette Poppins. Hey, Tinfoil. Hey, William. If I missed you, I will catch you in chat. I will see you. Hey, Mom to an Autistic Angel. That's a sweet name. Okay, so we'll look at a little bit of Betty. Hey, Zero. I a couple people have already covered Britney's last shamble of a live.
Yeah.
It's off. It's hysterical, and I'm sure Queen is gonna, you know, talk about that. And Brit, you may, she insists on poking Queen and saying some ludicrous shit. So that's going to be interesting later. So I will do something else because I laughed a lot, but then I got pissed off at some of the shit she was fucking saying. It's okay for her to say, but don't say it about her. She cries victim. I can't with her. Betty, what the fuck is with this stuff now?
I don't know. It looks like she threw a whole bunch of shit together, in my opinion.
Why do you make a character of Sebastian and put him on a motorcycle? Hey, Erwin. Hey, always groovy.
It's not like we're seeking it out. But you know what hate channels say?
What?
Listen to this.
What?
Okay.
What do they say?
I have a question. Starting.
The clown show. She's
Well,
going to
somebody
show
finally
us.
got their use right.
It only took how many years? She's getting a clap. Hey, Clue.
And no,
can't
that
with her
wasn't
anymore.
BJ
She's
running
so
past.
worst. Yeah, I agree, Clue. I totally agree. It's, man, the shit that. Wow.
Subject. Why do you think the Lore Lounge is like so gun ho? Like,
So
even
she's
on
now
Twitter kinda
clipping
going at
Queen's
SF.
lives.
Like, why do you think he's so gun ho about this whole situation?
Gung ho. GUNGHO.
Because
You're not making any money unless you're after Chris and Katie, right?
yeah, but it seems a little odd. Like, I just sat there and I was like,
That's
thinking to
clipped
myself,
together.
Like, this just doesn't make sense a lot of times.
Well, none of it makes sense. A lot of it don't make sense why these people are going after Chris and Katie. Because there's obviously not enough evidence.
Yeah,
but all these people are going against, I mean, they sound stupid because, I mean, they say all this stuff against Chris and Katie, I mean, about the different interviews and stuff like that. And I could say the same shit about Seth. I mean, their arguments are just stupid, in my opinion. But they feel like if they have, like I've said before, they're not going to make the story isn't there unless they have the boogeyman. So, Chris,
Betty, the stuff she's saying is actually fucking true. It's exactly what you people do and continue to do. So really, why are you playing this? This is what you clipped out of that live. It actually is describing what you people do, Betty.
and Katie have to be guilty,
Hey,
or they don't have a story.
Hey, Banana Pug.
If Sebastian was
Runs.
just lured out or abducted or whatever, there's no story there, right?
Hey, Rocky,
I can't believe that this panel of people would actually think that it is more popular for a mom and dad to have done it than it would be for a whodunit and everybody looking to figure out who it could possibly be.
Because that's not what you've done. You've done exactly what you just said. You only had tunnel vision right to Chris and Katie. You've never for one red second considered anything else. And you have been hell-bent for the last 9 months proving it, and all you do is make yourself look like a bigger idiot every time. Just like now.
That is the most ludicrous thing I have ever heard in my life. People are interested in this case because of the twists and turns.
No. Twists and turns? No. For the drama. You people and your distractions. The Nick at Night disaster, the dog disaster. Now they're saying that dog's going around all these states, for Sebastian. No, he's not. He's on a junket for his fucking self to promote his fucking book. I know. Betty, you know, because he was local to us. Stupid cow. Is this her intro or is this her show?
I don't know. I don't watch her.
I don't never watch her intros.
That's what draws the audience in. And we're happy to have that audience to elicit information from. But to think that it has to be the mom and dad in order to get the audience attention, that couldn't be further from the truth.
That's exactly what all of you have done from the start. Are you freaking kidding me? And this is what she calls an intro? Oh, shit.
Look at the Idaho 4, a prime example. Sebastian deserves better than this.
Oh, he does.
There is not a person on these platforms that want it to be a mom.
Oh,
and
Betty,
a
don't do them screens like that because it just totally took off your hair. Oh, don't do that again. Let's check that out one more time.
Ball Betty, blam, blam, Ball Betty, blam, blam.
Look, the green screen took off her.
Ball Betty had a child gone wild.
That's a screenshot right there. That's a thumbnail right there.
There is not a person on these platforms that wanted to be a mom and a stepfather.
You do.
That could have harmed anybody or could have disappeared anybody or could have done any type of custodial interference or whatever the case may be.
Hey, Marker 69.
Nobody ever wants to think a child is abused inside their beautiful home and the facade that some families create to hide the abuse. There's not one person on this platform that I think would ever want that for a click and a view. And if
you do. But we're going to move on from your intro.
You're what I classify
as a weird
intro. We're here to try to help this family get information.
You're helping? You're helping? You're out on $20,000 bond because you harassed, threatened, and stalked them. You got arrested for violating protection orders. And you're still doing it. And you keep dragging it out because you know you did wrong, but you're never going to admit that. But what the fuck are you talking about?
And
oh, Lord, a hairless Betty.
All these other idiots, I don't know what they're here for. What we do know as fact, however, is that Seth has been searching for his son ever since his son disappeared. Live set up.
Yeah. We were surely led to believe a whole different story than what the court documents say. That's for sure. And according to the court documents, it's only been 4 times. Just saying. I didn't write it. He did. He signed it. Read your own court docs, Betty. You might be surprised what you learn. Though I don't think at this point it matters.
And then one of my mods informed me
he said he needed 5 minutes.
Live that took place.
Okay. Oh, that's
and
right.
Started giving me a rundown of what was said. And so I decided to go and download it and then listen to it.
Okay.
And so
remember she has that mega huge hard drive and she records and downloads all of the hate channels.
And she's back in the black tank top. Back in black.
I wonder if it got washed. Oof.
It does not look like it got washed. It is screaming for its life.
Mm. Yuck. Take a shower. It does wonders.
Ended up saying what in the ever loving you know what? It was quite just a few.
Betty, are you ever going to tell your chat how you lied about what happened in court? Huh? Are you? Didn't think so. You won't tell them the truth. And you think you're so clever by going live when Bird Toast goes live to talk about it. You don't think they go back and replay?
Back in
Two
black.
slices.
It's back. Betty's back in black.
Just a few little clips. And it really, really does kind of set the tone. Everybody, I tried to say hi to everybody when you guys were coming in about a half hour ago. I know I've missed a lot. We now have over 500 people in chat. So I'm just going to say a blanket
Here's your goodie.
for all my mods. Thank you for being here. For the new people coming in, welcome to the Bullhorn Betty channel. And for all of my subscribers, thank you for being here. And especially to my moderators that make our chat wonderful and peaceful and kind. So we're very thankful to them. Please don't forget to tell our moderators thank you for all their work that they do. They do be going off. So I went through these, and they're for some oddball reason, but they make sense to me even after all this time, such as bowling, steakhouse. 6:30 leave steakhouse. We now know that that's at around 6:22, and they pull out around 6:25 in
Great
the evening.
point.
Let me update that.
What?
We haven't heard Delilah in how long? And you notice she is keeping her green screen on consistently.
Yeah, she wasn't in the live I reviewed yesterday, was she?
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
While we're here. So making it that they would have been home about changing the time about 6:35 to 6:37. 6:35 to 6:37 is about when they would have arrived home.
Oh, by the way, Betty, an interesting person was in Clues Live today. Mab Investigates. And he took some hits, some quite hard questions. Now, I asked him about you and about the lawsuit, the Lolcow lawsuit you filed, the frivolous lawsuit you filed. And about you, driving the whole way down there just for a couple-hour visit for him to look it over before you filed it. And he said he did. And he said, you done went off the rails, Betty. He's not that good friend, you said, huh? You might want to go look at that chat. And I thanked him. He was very sweet. And he had no problem answering shit.
At the Stafford Court property. According to the initial reports that we took way back when I was writing everything down on this piece of paper, these pieces of paper here, back in those days. That was over a year ago. Now we've got bed, 9 p.m.
You got to be a hoarder, because I could imagine how many files and files of paper you have. I've seen all the printing you do, not including the writing you do. I do have notebooks, but I don't keep them. I don't have them from a year ago. Hell no.
Going to bed, and I put in parentheses or altercation. And that was based upon what I'm going to say next. Katie fell asleep and woke up around 10 when she heard the thud, because those were what was being reported.
No, I might in an open situation, but not something like this.
She was on the phone with Chris until midnight. That's one of the things that were reported early on, and then we found out that it was around 9:43 to 9:46 when she called him, which is why I said, was there an altercation about that time? It says call with Chris Proudfoot. She called him at 9:43 to 9:46, and that's something that we need to remember. She called him. She called him.
So,
He didn't.
what is wrong with her calling her husband? What do we got to remember that for? Shocker that she called her husband, Betty. Hey, Juliet.
Call
Hey,
her.
beautiful disaster.
And it states here that mom went to bed at midnight.
Oh.
I've got 5:15 with a big old question mark because this was around the time that we were learning that Chris allegedly had arrived at work at 5:15. This channel fully debunked that, and that was
I don't think they have him, Hope. I think this is her notes.
Supported by Silver's on the scene further.
Oh, yeah, and he's such a credible source.
Debunking that. His arrival time was anywhere between 6:30 and 6:45 that morning to his job.
That's not true. And you don't know that to be factual. Silvers don't know shit. He wasn't there. He's just another little troll like you. Oh, little 3-foot syndrome. Yeah. Y'all don't know that to be factual, and you can't put that out as factual, Betty.
The co-worker originally stated that he was there by 7 a.m. That was accurate. By 7 a.m. he was there because he was there between 6:30 and 6:45. And at that time we heard he got...
Betty, shut up. You don't even know if the co-worker's a legit co-worker. None of this is factual. Do you think it's factual? Because it comes from her?
Nope.
I mean, Silvers isn't exactly the most reliable source of information.
If this bitch told me it was raining, I would get up and go look for myself.
Yeah, I would.
Before grabbing my umbrella and trusting what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Kicked off between 10 and 11 a.m. No specificity at that time when the specific time he got kicked off, and had to stop.
He didn't get kicked off, Betty. He had to find his own replacement. That takes a minute. Oh my God. You don't have no idea how things work. The only people that needed to know what was going on was his boss. That's it. Besides that, a crane operator is a pretty solo job. You're up there all by your lonesome.
Stop working on the crane. We also had learned back when I was making these notes that 6:33, the call to dispatch of a missing child. And around 10 to 11, CP kicked off for attitude.
And again,
so
no, and you don't have no proof of that. That's some more rumor and gossip, Betty. Not factual.
I did have one area that I did not put on the list. Old Stone Bridge. So I'm going to pull this aside, this piece of paper here aside for that. Now, last night, there was, early morning hours this morning, there was a live on a weekday where Mr. Proudfoot stayed up with them until the early morning hours of this morning.
So?
I find that a little odd.
Why?
Very little came out.
Why?
He's on days off, you dumbass.
And he's a grown-ass man. If he chooses to go on a panel and sit there till Kingdom, for the next year, what's it to you? Jelly wasn't on yours.
That's exactly what she is.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
green with envy.
Green. Hey, Gary. Hey, Beer Gam. Climb back the counselor in the house. This is crazy. Do me a favor, everybody coming in. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up, sub up, membership, all that stuff. The YouTube things. Thank you.
out of that conversation about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. As a matter of fact, I was very appalled about how much they talked about soda pop and crap that really didn't even matter.
So, Betty, look, I want to word this very carefully. I'm going to try to. Oh, the hell with it. Just because they have a missing child doesn't mean their life stops. They have to continue living. There is nothing wrong with them smiling once in a while or just trying to get through another day, another week. Maybe that once in a while when they do pop up or when he does pop up on panels, it's just nice to have some other company, you know? They're going through a lot, Betty. But it doesn't mean they stop living. You say this about them, and I hate to do the whataboutisms, but you got the dad out here with his own damn channel. Not to mention everybody else's he goes into.
Legitimately, she's got the dad out here with his own damn channel.
Yeah.
Legit,
Hey,
straight up.
Mama. Hey, Jim. Wow. It's like, it's not whataboutisms with this, because it's the actual truth. You can't sit here and only call it out about one parent and just totally brush aside and support what the other does. That's the same. What? Betty.
Or shocked.
Horse shit?
I thought she said horse shit.
People that always scream grift.
You.
Chris wanted to go over to Rumble. So this little nasty, disgusting little thing that flies around was on there complaining about StreamYard.
Mm-hmm.
That she was. Complaining about StreamYard. Now, while I can't disagree with Jack Crap, she says, they were talking about finding different alternatives to StreamYard, which we talk about here almost on a daily basis because I think StreamYard is just deplorable at this point. Too costly for the crap service, period. So anyways, they're talking about all these different streaming service, much like we did a couple months ago. And so Mr. Proudfoot wants to go over on Rumble. And our little nasty bees over there love the idea of Rumble, except taking it off the YouTube platform. I wonder why that is. Could it be for profit? Is that the reason why you can't talk about Sebastian or throw people under the bus free of charge? Do you have to make everybody pay to listen to the shit that comes out of your mouth?
That's not how Rumble works. Rumble don't work no different than YouTube. You get paid just like you do with YouTube. What are you talking about? You just can be a little freer with your lives over there, let's say. But yeah, what are you talking about?
I'm just asking for a few thousand people.
Yeah, she has a Rumble.
Why wouldn't you go over to Rumble?
I don't know if she goes over there, but she has one.
Always watching everybody's little checkbook.
She
didn't really want to tell Chris the real reason she doesn't want to go over to Rumble, because she wouldn't make a damn dime.
You can.
She wouldn't make a dime.
What?
That's the real reason.
What? Sorry, I had a call. I had to take it.
Actually, Queen's Rumble did fucking good the few times she was over there going live. What are you talking about?
She had like over 1,000 people watching. And she was getting donations.
Yeah.
The thing was that there was a lot of people that had issues with the app, like the Rumble app, and they were having issues with the phone. And I just think that was the issue. And the truth of the matter is that YouTube, you can have more people access to people. It's not about the money. It's about that YouTube has a monopoly on social media live streaming. It's just that simple. And I think it's a lot easier for someone. It's like you have a 22.6K channel. Why would you try to kill your own channel? You need to go live actively on that one channel. If you don't, the algorithm forgets about you and your channel dies. So yes, she predominantly focuses on her YouTube channels. And the Rumble is more like a throwaway shit to be like go after trash bag human beings.
And she's still monetized over there. You dumb shit.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I don't think I think she's just jealous when she says that. You know, I think she's just really, really jealous of the success that Queen's having in comparison to her.
Ange Carter, thank you for the $10 super chat. My only question is there an elevator to the lower level? I can't do stairs anymore. Otherwise, I prefer a darker place with awesome music. We'll have an elevator just for you, Ange.
Sounds like you're talking about that's going to happen to Betty when she like goes to the great beyond. She's going to take the elevator down to the fucking...
Griffney calls me a lower level. I'm a lower level.
Yeah,
a lower level.
He and I are lower level channels.
Yeah,
lower level channels. Oh shit!
Yes.
So she's on a channel that don't have that many more subs. We're in her big mouth, so I'm having fun with it. We're the lower level, lower level misfits.
Your lower level misfits. So like you're like the gremlin. You're like what was that show with the little creatures that lived in the walls? Like it was like the puppets.
Yeah,
the littles.
The littles. Is that who you mean?
The littles.
I think it wasn't the littles. I mean, I think it was Fraggle. Like the Fraggles.
Fraggle.
Oh, Fraggle Rock.
Fraggle Rocks. You're the Fraggle Rocks of the fucking YouTube streets.
It. According to Grifton,
we lower level. This because that fucking Lemonhead did it. I have been every Fraggle when I was growing up. I have been every Fraggle for Halloween.
Oh shit. The Fraggle Rock group. But like, I mean, like, what is she talking? Like, she sits there and she acts like she's so high and mighty, but like, honestly, like I've seen in some of her lives, she's got like 600 people, maybe. Like, she doesn't really like this big time channel she has. It's like, I don't know. Your views are dropping, Brittany. I don't know if
they are
talking shit about other people.
Brittany or
BJ, you know.
Bullhorn
well, both.
Betty.
Both, actually. It actually goes to both because her views are dropping, too. All because she's a fucking idiot, too. They're both idiots. But, yeah. I don't know why is she bringing up Rumble now? Like, what was that all
because she's reviewing Queen.
Mention of it the other night on Channel.
And she was watching Queen. She's talking about when Chris was on Queen. Also,
another thing is that a lot of people, sometimes it's a lot of right-wing stuff, and some people don't like the platform because there's a lot of right-wing stuff. So
and it didn't have anything to do with money anyway.
Yeah, it was never about the money. It was really used because the main reason it was used is because there was a certain trash bag human being, I'm not going to mention their name, that kept on a couple of a couple of them that just struck whenever they were talked about, and it was a good fucking outlet to go there. It says, okay, we're just going to talk about you here. Try striking over here, motherfucker.
Yeah, LFT's right. No, I think CP was confused when it comes to streaming service via social media platform. Had nothing to do with money. Just wanted to say that running out, but hope you all have a good one. All right, thank you. Yeah, they were talking about the different platforms and stuff and what you could do. It was never about money. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Fucking twats. I'm sorry. Hey, they get on my nerves.
Come on now! The one that's always screaming Griff!
Hope for Snoopy. Member for 21 months. She needs to refocus on all her lawsuits. Oh, thank you, Hope. You've pretty much been with me since the beginning. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Has she filed any fucking discovery yet? She said, I could have done this tomorrow. Well, it's been fucking 4 days.
I don't think she's going. I think she's going to. She doesn't have what she needs because it doesn't exist.
Yeah, like the contract with YouTube doesn't exist. I don't think she's going to give Queen like 5 years of her tax returns and her TikTok, YouTube, all that shit, including her alts that she'll have to give it. You hear the extremely ridiculous new fake laugh Betty does shortly. Oh yeah, she has to pretend to be different people. So she's probably trying to like imitate someone else's laugh. She's like the fucking Thing from fucking True Crime. You ever see the movie Thing?
Yeah, the
Or
thing.
actually
Yep.
the Thing, like, he just
Mhm.
absorbs other life forms and tries to imitate them. You know what I mean? Yeah, she's the fucking Thing of true crime.
Very much so.
God, her voice is even louder and more obnoxious.
Yeah, we've been having. I put it on subs only long because we've been having problems with troll. They keep,
Trolls?
and it's got to be the same troll because they're coming in saying the same stuff. Even after getting timed out, that they come right back in and say the same stuff. So we're paying close attention, trying to stir shit up.
You know how it is with these fuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're trying to get me to take a jab at Queen.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah, they're coming in saying stuff. Well, she don't like you. Voices, she hates you, and it's fucking pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
We told them, hey, it's an open panel. It seems that you're the one that has an issue. You've got questions, so you should go ask her.
I mean, yeah, it is an open panel, and we would love to have you up there so we can have a nice little conversation. I'm sure it will be a very pleasant conversation.
We've also told them to email Queen. Take it to Queen directly.
Yeah, I mean,
not my problem.
You're the one with the problem. Evidently, it's bothering this troll, so they're the ones with the problem.
And well, they're content fucking farming. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, because at the end of the day, like, what's happened? All of Britney's fucking crew is fighting with each other. Mm-hmm. Savage is off fucking pouring ragu down her shirt and like and fucking lying her through her teeth about now she's being doxxed. That psycho mom doxed her. I'm like, what? Lady, you've been doxxed for over 5 years. What are you talking about? Psycho mom doxed me. No, Savage, you weren't
doxed her years ago.
Doxed her years ago. You have been doxxed 6 ways from Sunday. What are you talking about? Not psycho mom doxing. Oh my god. But yeah, like stuff like that. She's gone to the greener pastures with the other Lolcows. You got fucking Moon fighting Shady, Shady fighting Moon. You got Lemonhead.
Moon fighting Sinner.
Fighting Lemonhead. You got all this stuff going on. So, like, obviously they want, like, people to fight with each other. Stupid.
Well, they're wasting their time because it's their problem, not our problem. So they need to go handle their own problem.
It's not a me problem. It's a that problem. It's their problem, and it's not my problem.
And they're wasting their breath over here. Or wasting their fingers typing.
If Queen has a problem with me, she knows how to get a hold of me.
Uh-huh. There ain't no issue. They're just trying to cause one.
That's all they're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
And watching everybody's purse strings. Oh no, she ain't going over to Rumble because that's a totally different platform from YouTube. Well, why is YouTube so special? Oh, because you get paid. Got it, Cupcake. Got it. Okay, that's not why we're here. I just got a little tickled. That's all. You don't ever hear me scream about it.
Oh gosh, she really thinks she's
about it, and then you find out. Then you find out what they won't do it for nothing. Why don't you go get a real job?
Oh my!
Never thought you'd hear that come out of my mouth.
What the?
Because this is a real job.
What are you? That's a real job? No, it's not.
Yeah, that's not a real job, ma'am. Also, we do. I mean, like the one thing Queen is interested in is how you get paid, Betty. So why don't you produce your discovery on your 5 years of taxes and how you collect your money? Also, I think the lawyer also wants to know all the people that helped you gather and prepare your documents and give you all that information. So you better produce that. Tell us I think Queen's lawyer might want all those people, even if they're mods or Justin or any of the other little rats running around. And so, yeah, Queen definitely wants to know how much you're getting paid. She wants to know how much you're getting paid on YouTube. She wants to know how much money you're getting paid on TikTok. She wants to know it all. So send those documents over immediately. You have about 10 days, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we want to see, please.
I don't know if I'm going to see, but I know Queen's lawyer, and Queen's going to see.
Wow, yeah, you know what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to comply, and I think the court is going to have enough of you. And I know Queen's lawyer is done. He's wants things. He's been waiting. He's trying to get the case to progress. I think he's had enough too. So, either way, I don't think you're going to get anywhere. But do you, Betty? Doesn't the judge still have to come back with a decision about dismissing again?
No. What happens is that there's two parts that was allowed for discovery, and that's
Right.
why they're supposed to be discovery. Now, if she does not comply with discovery, she will be sanctioned. One of those sanctions could be dismissal with prejudice.
Because she
Um,
hasn't replied or responded
well,
to discovery at
the
all.
lawyer, I mean, the judge told her, "Let me shut you up. How long do you need?" And then she tried to like dribble on about 45, 2 months, whatever. And then the judge said, "You have 2 weeks." So she has.
That's what she was saying was such a big win, and the judge was so nice to her.
No, yeah. Didn't you hear a burnt toast?
I heard part of it. Yeah, I didn't get
Yeah,
to
she
finish it yet.
said the lawyer. She was trying to ramble on about the fucking order of protection. And it's like, we're not here for that. We're here for discovery. You were supposed to produce discovery, and she's like, I wasn't properly noticed. He called me 9 times, and I didn't pick up. Blah 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 blah. And the judge said to her, like, after she rambled on for like 20 fucking minutes, the judge says, "Let me shut you up. How long do you need?" And she said 45 to 2 months or months later. And he said, "No, you have 2 weeks." That's her big victory. And she doesn't quite understand. Like, the judge is fed up. He wants the discovery. And this is like, you're dragging on and on and on, and they want your discovery. Now, what I think she's going to do is she's going to do a half-assed discovery where she's going to give like incomplete documents.
Of course.
And it's going to cost like, Queen's going to have another notice and be like, listen, she has not completed a discovery. This, and this and happened. What she doesn't quite understand, and this is why Betty's fucking stupid. Alex Jones lost his entire case because he did not produce discovery. He kept on holding back from discovery, and that's how he lost his case. And then it went to the damages phases of the case after he lost it. It was one of the sanctions was to lose. So if she doesn't produce any of the discovery, she not only will have her case fucking dismissed, but she will lose her main case with the countersuit, and then it will go to damages.
Well, it's long overdue, long past time. She's been able to drag this out far too long.
Well, she does this with everything, man.
Yeah, she does.
Criminal cases, civil cases, fucking everything she drags out. I think she wants to like see if she can die of old age before she fucking deals with these cases.
I don't know if you remember back when, right before Betty filed the frivolous lawsuit, she had drove, which is like 4 to 6 hours from where she lives, down to Miami to meet Mab Investigates and his wife. She ended up drove the whole way down there. May even be longer than that. I'm not sure the distance from her house. It may be even longer than that. Drove the whole way down there to meet up with them for 2 hours, then checked into some flea bag motel and was streaming out of the bathroom. And I reviewed it. But Mab Investigates, she claims it was is a very good, close personal friend. But he was in Clue's chat today, and he didn't mind answering some questions about this shit, about him, because I asked right out, aren't you her BFF? Aren't you the one that told her to file this, that you went over this with her? He said, no, I reviewed it, but she's totally went off the rails.
Yeah.
He's not a sweet, dear friend, Betty. He knows you fucking done lost your marbles.
Everyone knows she's lost her marbles. Like, the truth of the matter is that every single person that was ever associated with her or friendly told her to drop it. JLR's even advice was, you're not going to be a lawyer. You're better off just fucking dropping it. And that was his advice when he was doing an interview about pro se litigants against attorneys. Molly Golightly told her to drop it. Fucking Dolly told her to drop it. Everyone in their right mind told her to drop it because they seen the writing on the wall and they saw that she was losing. It was she was going against an attorney, and most of these people knew that the best case scenario you have is to cost people money. But the problem is that you fucked up. You're going into discovery phase. Like, this is a lose-lose situation. Let's say she produces all the discovery. Guess what? Now all that shit's going to become public, because it becomes a public record at that point.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Not only that, do you know what else gets public? Her criminal. Guess what questions are going to be asked in the deposition? Her criminal history, all her pleadings, any sort of convictions, pleadings that could be asked. Arrest too. Details in that. I think maybe even her past relationships that she's had with other people. Catch my drift.
Yeah.
We're going to be asking her about her income, what she does, how she makes money, how much money she makes a year, how much she makes. All this will become public, and it's stupid.
And how much of it do you think she's going to be honest with her answers about?
Well, she's going to have to be honest, because if she's not honest, then it's perjury, and she's going to.
Well, we've seen her do that already.
Yeah, but it's a little bit different, because when a lawyer sees that, they can sanction you for it, and he's going to have the records to see the details of that. And the fact is that if she doesn't answer them, guess what? It's going to get marked for ruling, and then she's going to have to go back, because the judge is going to say you're going to have to answer these questions. So yeah, she could pry her games, and also the problem is that for her to question Queen, she can't question Queen. She has to hire an attorney to question Queen.
That's going to be problematic for her.
Yeah, because I didn't know that.
Yeah, she has to hire. She has to hire an attorney to question Queen, and she has to She has to pay for a transcript as well. All those transcripts. So you're talking about tens of thousands of dollars. Like, that's what she doesn't, because in that state you're not allowed. She can't question.
Betty, you ought to be praying on hands and knees that this judge does dismiss this, and you do end up with a sanction where he dismisses it and just goes right into the counterclaim and you paying for damages and attorney fees. Because if he doesn't, oh my Lord, where are you getting all this money? It's going to be so much worse for you. Yeah, so you better be praying that he does.
I mean, like, a transcript's going to cost her money. Everything's going to be. Can Queen's attorney just accept what she turns over and has to go into trial? No, what's going to happen is that what happens is you get discovery, you get what you're demanded, and then what happens is there's depositions, or so depositions are basically examinations before trial. So basically, there's a countersuit, and also her and Betty's case. So basically, Queen will have Betty questioned, and then Betty can have an attorney question Queen, and then there's witnesses that might be questioned. So there might be witnesses, like Molly Golightly might be a witness, Dolly might be a witness, other people might be witnesses. I don't know, but there might be other witnesses to be questioned, and those things are going to be done. And after that's done, eventually a trial can be set. But those records become public records, so the depositions and everything becomes public records. That's what you don't quite understand. And the problem is that lady has burnt bridges with every single content creator, like Molly Golightly and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure Molly Golightly would be glad to jump down and share all the deets. Oh, and also communications are what was part of the demand. The communications between her, Betty, Molly Golightly, Dolly Vision, and JLR.
Hope, yes, she did. She's not being honest. Go back to her. Well, I don't know. Molly takes a lot of her lives down, but that's not true. Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
What happened was that Hope for Snoopy, when they were friends, Molly was like saying, giving her out, saying that her husband had the idea, how to run up the costs or something like that. Made some kind of talking of that, and she was talking about how Pennsylvania is some sort of independent, some sort of special county or something like that. And Betty
Commonwealth,
like a Commonwealth state, and Betty can go there. But that was when they were kind of friendly. But behind the scenes, Molly was telling her, "Get the fuck out of it, get the fuck out of it, please, get the fuck out of it." And Betty was like, "No, I'm going to be sanctioned. I'm going to be sanctioned." So, yeah. But yeah, but the problem is things have changed. Molly does not like Betty anymore. Dolly does not like Betty anymore. JLR definitely does not like Betty anymore. And yeah.
Have we heard anything more about Justin and his monkey?
No. This monkey's gone. He chose
Is
his
the
hair
monkey
plugs.
gone?
I don't know. Maybe he chose his hair plugs over the monkey. We don't know. She probably only submit half. Yeah, that's what I think she's gonna do. She's gonna try to submit like bullshit or like stuff that she thinks is, and she's gonna try to like waste time. That's what this woman is. She's a waste of time. She's wasted every single person's life.
Yep.
That's what I think she's gonna do, and I think she's gonna submit those documents like late.
Yep.
Like literally like a day late or some shit like that. Like playing games like that.
And it's time that she gets that shit stops. She gets away with far too much. Hey, everybody coming in. Hey, Angelique. I think
I sometimes wish she pulled this shit in the Philippines, bro. Did you hear about that
And-
streamer in the Philippines?
Yeah.
Man, I swear to God, I wish every day Betty did the same shit she did here in the Philippines. She'd be spending 24 years in jail.
Oh yeah, she'd have been in there already. Absolutely.
Oh my God. That's how long that motherfucker.
Absolutely.
That's how long that motherfucker is going to be spending to like 20. Did you hear that? He's facing 24 years in jail for like streaming people without their permission because it's illegal to do that in the Philippines. You can't videotape people without their permission. Doing all that kind of ruckus. He's facing 24 years. And that guy in jail. And I sit there and I say, man, if I can have one wish upon a star would be Betty doing this shit in the Philippines and then seeing her being carted in front with handcuffs, facing 24 years in jail. I would swear to God, I'd be so happy. I'd be like, take me now, Lord. I've been fulfilled, Lord. Take me now. I don't need anything else. I've been fulfilled. Hallelujah.
Hey, Buttercup.
Hallelujah.
Hey, Buttercup.
Yeah, I hope Molly's trying to pull a fast one. That's all. Typical Molly move. I think I might even have that. But yeah, okay.
Not for me, right?
I
don't know much about them, but definitely for me. So, anyways, in these notes, so we had our little fun. It's time to get off that. Let's get back down to brass tacks. We now have another story, right?
No, we don't.
Of last night, we have 4 new stories in the last 2 weeks. 7
No, we
days.
don't. No, we don't.
7 or 8 days. We've gotten 3 or 4 new stories. 3 or 4 new stories. We're going to go over some of those. But as my thumbnail said, did Chris just run Katie over with that trash truck? Because it sure sounded like he's trying to point the finger. It sounds like he's saying mild things under.
I didn't get that. Did anybody else get that?
No, because she's making shit up because she doesn't want to. Because like a person would probably play the video and compare the differences, and she's just saying bullshit. And Angelica Pickle says, I literally can't imagine trying to gather all those documents. That list gave me anxiety. I'm a very neat and organized person. Got my files for. Yeah, that shit was a lot. She literally asked, that lawyer asked for everything but her blood fucking pressure levels.
And I loved every bit of it. I was like, yeah, great move.
And she can't say she lost it because there was a preservation letter given to her about a year ago. So she had a year to get this shit together.
Yeah, she's had plenty of time. I mean, she keeps dragging it out. Jesus.
Like, we're going to die of old age by the time this fucking lady wants to go to trial.
That's what I mean. It's just not right that she's getting to do this and this still is hanging over Queen's head all this time.
You need to give up on smoking so you can, so we can survive to the end of this litigation.
Who?
Kathy P. I'm joking with you. I'm messing with you.
Oh. No, I wasn't smoking.
Okay. I heard a match. That's why I like a lighter.
No, that's not me.
Oh, okay.
I fed the cat a treat.
Oh, is that the treat? Oh, shit. Is that the thing?
Well, yes,
that was me with a lighter.
That was him.
Yeah,
that was you?
Me. And most of the time I cook
that was another Mr. Pibb that just got cracked. Because guess what? It's Friday.
You should not be drinking soda. Why are you drinking soda?
I don't know. I don't drink it.
Because it's Friday and I don't drink alcohol, so I can drink soda.
Drink water like me. I drink tap water. That's what you should drink.
You are
Oh, hell,
gross
not
and you
here.
are lame. And
Mm-mm. I drink bottled water.
Do you want to drink dead water? That's called dead water because they purified so much. There's no minerals in it. It's dead water.
Well, not our water's. I don't like it. Too much
Well,
chlorine. I'm
Florida
allergic
is
to
a little bit
chlorine.
different. Yeah, and also Florida is a little bit different. You can't really drink the water in Florida if you catch
I
my
don't.
drink.
I also have a
I don't
filter
know.
system that goes through for cold water at my ice machine in my fridge, so I do that too.
Ours
Okay.
comes from an artisanal well. I'm not
Listen,
worried
New
about
York
my
City.
life.
New York City has the best tap water in the country. That's a fact. That's a fact. So I'm not going to pay money to some rando
Baseline.
Coca-Cola so that we can accelerate the post-apocalyptic world where people have to buy water to survive. I'm not living in that movie Tank Girl. You ever see that movie Tank Girl?
B. Tim, if you knew everything that I purchased today and what I did, you would be absolutely appalled.
Yeah, we're not living in Tank Girl fucking universe.
Well, look,
We're
we
like-
don't all have natural springs real close by like I used to have back home and could go get jugs and jugs of water.
Am I the
I
only
wish I
one?
did.
Wait a minute. Am I the only one that only seen Tank Girl?
Who?
Yes.
I don't think I've seen it.
It was a movie about based on a comic about a girl who had a tank with talking kangaroos that fought a guy that capitalized on all the water on the world.
Yeah, there is nothing about that
I've never
movie
seen
that I
it.
would watch.
So, talking kangaroos and somebody controlling all the water in the world.
Yes, I think Lori Petty.
What the hell you be watching?
Lori Petty played the tank girl.
I do believe that that's right up Betster's alley. And again, why does she look like a Rick Schroeder modern day?
Yeah, did you see her beat them? She was bald. The
Yeah,
green
I
screen took all her hair off, and she was bald.
I put the Tank Girl trailer in the back just in case you wanted to see it. I actually liked that movie when I was a kid. I actually liked it.
And
And the talking kangaroo, and the villain, how he killed people was he stuck them with like a knife that drained the water out of them, and then he would sell the water.
Beat him is freaky.
But the talking kangaroos were cool. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna watch it. I gotta watch it now.
I think I think Ice-T played one of the kangaroos. Yeah, he played one of the kangaroos. He was paid $1 million to play one of the kangaroos.
$1 million?
Yeah, 1995. He was paid $1 million to play one.
I'll
of the
play a damn kangaroo. You can give me half that.
Yeah, he played out like one of the kangaroos was Ice-T, and he had like a bandana on. He was kind of like he was playing Ice-T as a kangaroo.
Wait a minute. I do remember something. I'm gonna watch it but I do remember something about that with Ice-T.
Yeah, he played one of the talking kangaroos that fought the freedom fighters that fought the water baron guy.
I'm gonna watch it. Guess what I'm doing on a Friday night?
Watching Tank Girl.
Yeah,
That's actually a cool movie. I like that movie. I don't know about you. It's a very cheesy movie, but like I'm just saying, like it was
TRPP says that movie was dope. Everybody likes that movie.
It was a good movie. I'm not even gonna front. I wish they made a sequel. They never did. They should have made a sequel.
The art. Everybody likes that movie. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
See, I'm not the only one. See, I'm not the only one.
And then Betty's feeling herself today. Babe, why do you lie all the time about court? You know the truth's coming out. You always try to go say something about it before anybody else and try to spin it, but you know the truth is getting ready to come out. And you going live when Toasty goes live is not helping you, honey. There is replay, but it's still not helping you. You're just
His breath. It sounds starting to see him. I'm starting to see the fraying happen. They're going to hold it together as long as they can, but I'm already starting to see it. We're starting to see it. We're starting to see it.
No, you guys
So
are
I
trying
had a
to make it
timeline here,
happen.
and I saw I was going through
You
it.
see, voices, it's shit like that that makes me think that they're behind the trolls that do come into different chats trying to stir shit up.
And this is what I wrote
Listen,
way back
I'm
then.
going to say the same thing that I told you when we were talking about it earlier. Nothing would surprise me.
Mm-mm.
It
That's
makes
true.
sense.
Yep. And it's not just our chats; it's a lot of chats.
It's a lot of chats.
Mm-hmm.
Then I said, when were they present? So we found out this must have been right after Chronicles of Olivia's interview. That was 3/18 last year. And it says 2 aunts and a cousin from what time to what time. They just added these 2 aunts and a cousin. When was the trip to BJ's? How long were they there? We still don't even know the answer to that.
It's not your business.
How long were they home? You know, they returned back from BJ's. How long were we still don't even know the details to that.
Not
Simple
your business.
details. We still over 14 months don't know anything. What else was done at the
Because you don't need to know.
Do you know what I'm drinking right now, Kathy P?
Water.
I'm drinking Freedom. Freedom water. Freedom water. Not capitalism owned by Coca-Cola or Pepsi. I'm drinking Freedom. And it's
Well, I just
patriotic.
get out of my ice maker because I have a cold water in my ice maker. So I use that because it's heavily filtered. I'll use that, but I don't like it out of the spigot. And they use a lot of chlorine, and I'm allergic to chlorine, so I have to be very careful.
They might remove chlorine, I heard.
Me, Tim, this is total freedom. It's made with my new nugget ice from my new nugget.
She is so excited. She's going to be up all night making ice. You do understand that, right?
Yeah, she's got like a whole fucking ice thing.
Voices go live in the morning buried in ice because she damn made so much she can't move.
She's gonna start throwing the ice at people in the streets. Wait a minute. Are you like planning your revenge against the McDonald's? You're gonna throw ice chicken nuggets
ice
at
cubes.
I will never tell.
Just make sure you film it because it's going to be funny as shit.
Wear a Betty mask. I think it's Betty.
Yeah, wear a Betty.
I got a disguise.
Okay. Oh shit.
They'll never see me coming.
It's the Brooklyn Easton Buddy.
Oh my god. You guys are crazy.
Home during this time when they came back from BJ's, but before they went to the bowling alley, what was done? We still don't know. Who else was at the house during this time? Nobody's ever asked and nobody's answered those questions.
Well, you know who I think knows? You know who I think might know them kind of details? Law enforcement. You know who don't need to know them kind of their details? Your ass. That's it. We're going to fast forward.
Maybe I am being Brother Bear. Oh, I love Voss water, Julie A.
I know, Andrew, same thing here. I'm always behind in the comments. I get it.
Listen,
and listen, if soda's the worst that I've done to my bones over the years, if that's the worst thing, I'm not terribly worried.
I think the worst thing we've been ingesting in our bodies is watching Betty. That's been poison. I
drink sweet tea, so I'm no better.
Watching Betty is worse than drinking a fucking whole thing of vodka while smoking. It's that bad for you. It's rotting our brains. We'll have to listen to this fucking cackling witch.
Betty's like SpongeBob. She rots your brain.
Just cackling. Like this lady's cackling like the evil fucking witch from the West, the evil witch from the West, wicked witch from the West, or whatever.
Oh my Lord, Betty, people aren't feeling you today.
We need Ice-T, the kangaroo, to deal with Betty.
That would be good. How could we make that happen?
They had pretty cool. The siege. They use like actual makeup. Like here is the actual makeup of like what they did for the kangaroos, and they still look good after 20 years, like 30 years later. They still look good.
I think that's when makeup and costumes were at their finest, when they actually did them, and it's not all. I think the costumes and stuff, the makeup was done much better back in older movies.
I think like the peak of like really makeup and costumes were probably like 1990s, and then they started getting into the CGI shit in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Now we live in a digital world.
Yep. Fake as fuck.
Just like
Sebastian,
Betty's background.
what was he?
Yeah, it keeps dropping off all her hair, Betty. I got that.
Am I the only one that like
me.
wishes? Am I the only one that wishes that hammer just like went up and bopped her in the head just once?
Yeah, it just slid out of place, huh?
Doing, and what was his state of mind? What time do they leave the house after putting away the snacks? We still don't know that.
You're not going to. It's not your business.
Home when they left. We've learned that that's probably a no. Let me go ahead and write that in, because I think we have enough supporting information that nobody was there until at least 3 a.m. in the morning.
No, you're wrong. Chris wasn't there at 3 a.m. in the morning, so you're wrong.
Yeah, Chris was literally what, like
3.5 hours away.
3.5 hours away and working in a construction site. But the lady's just gonna repeat this full dribble because we're watching a crazy person. Do not get it twisted. This woman is batshit crazy. She is not moving on because she's got defiance syndrome. She thinks like for some reason it's like an own to go live and talk shit about these people every single day. And the fact is, I find it hilarious that she calls us the hate channels. Meanwhile, she fucking literally goes live attacking a mother who is missing her son every day, every single fucking day for no reason. Just because she's a vindictive, evil woman. She attacks another woman with frivolous litigation. She attacks another woman in another state with frivolous litigation with the whole Pennsylvania stuff because she's part of that shenanigans as well. I mean, like, she's just an evil woman. And I actually, if she does go down, I'm going to laugh my ass off. And people be like, oh, that's not nice to laugh at her if she goes homeless or anything. Nope. I don't care. I will laugh at her. If I see her on the corner of a Walmart homeless, I'm going to laugh my ass off. I don't care about karma. I'm going to do that. I don't care. Make your
mamas.
Make your videos. I don't care.
At their physical house. Did anyone leave with them? I think we can say no to that one. Just them two. What was Sebastian's state of mind when he left home to go to the bowling alley? We still don't know that. Was this a planned outing or was this spontaneous? We still never learned because everybody said, oh, they always do regular things on the weekend. We ask when the last one, we never get an answer. We got, right? Just, the guilt trip and how dare us ask this and how dare us ask that and HIPAA this and privacy that and whatever the case may be. I digress. So we still don't know the answer to that. After all this time, what door did they leave out of? I think we can reasonably deduct that they left out of the garage door. So let's go ahead and put garage door because that's where I now believe that they left from that
Jesus
day.
Christ.
What time did...
Why are you doing this, lady, when you're supposed to do discovery in 10 days? Like, are we serious? Is this for real? Like, she's really doing this. Fucking give Queen your fucking 5 years of taxes, please, because you made a claim that you've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars and in damages, and you don't even want to produce your fucking taxes and how you make your money, you fucking dummy. I can't stand it. Anyway, I'll see you, Kathy. You have a good one. I'll talk to you later.
Oh,
did they arrive at the bowling alley? Do you guys know after all these months?
Thanks for coming on.
No problem. Bye.
Bye.
Over a year, 14 months, 13 months, whatever the case may be, We still don't know what time they arrived at the bowling alley. We have no idea how long they were there. I didn't believe that they had bowled way back when. I believed it was the games that they had there. I said that early on, but I didn't know. It was just a theory of mine. That did pan out. They weren't there to bowl. They were there for the games. But we don't know what state of mind he was in, how he was there. And this was back before we even knew that information, because I wrote, how often does Sebastian and Katie bowl? I don't know if they've ever bowled. They may have, but we don't even know the answer to that after 14 months. What did KP and Sebastian do inside the bowling alley? We now know played video games.
Freaking ridiculous. She want me totally ridiculous. Oh, kids.
What lane did they rent and how many games were played? None. I think we can answer those. None. What time did they leave? We still don't know what time they left. We have the video showing the time of arrival at the Texas Roadhouse. Maybe we can deduct. Oh yeah, and I did want to say that the that video that was played is older video, but it was still relevant. Obviously the reward money is significantly more than $250,000 at this point. So thank you for catching that. The real me too. So we know that they didn't play, but we don't know what time they left. But we can reasonably deduct that we have the arrival time. We see when they're sat down. We don't know their arrival time. We see when they're being seated. I can tell you that there is times that you could possibly have to wait. This being a Sunday night, I don't know how much they would have had to wait, but I'd have to think that people that go to church would probably be eating later and they would have to wait.
Okay, I'm fast forwarding through some of this. I just had to turn a TV show off. It was really inappropriate. I don't like the way the kids, they were talking with the mom, and the mom was talking pretty wild. And that show's marked for a 9-year-old? Huh.
Yes, he did. So some people, looks like so far ones that people.
Can you hear me, voices?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't quite sure what to think about that. I instantly thought about that scary documentary Childhood 2.0 that I watched.
Yeah, I went in there. I was like, what is that woman saying? And it's marked, because I have their channels, the stuff locked down for their age group, and they can't get past it. And it's marked for 8 to 9-year-olds. So I might move hers down some more.
Believe he seemed like he had a chip on his shoulder. According to what his father had stated, is that he didn't look like the happy-go-lucky kid that he is accustomed to coming out of a restaurant. So I have to say it did look like. We watched him have his fingers in his ears, walking up, shaking his head no at his mother, putting his hands in his pocket. The overall, I'd have to lean on. So far, Seth has been accurate, even so much so that Chris and Katie have changed. Sebastian from being basically an infant in a teenager's body to actually him being capable and being very smart. And that was absolutely Seth's doing, because we knew that a long time ago before they made those statements. Even though that's not what they were trying. Oh, that reminds me. Hobo's Life. Oh, Groovy Gal, thank you. Hobo's Life, I was meaning to tell you happy belated birthday, my love. I hope you're doing well, and I hope your birthday was really, really special for you. So thank you for all your hard work. Sebastian's Army, God bless you. Thank you for that. Thank you, thank you. They arrived home at 6:35, 6:37.
Betty, this is what you're concentrating on instead of all the legal stuff you got going on. Unbelievable.
We don't know what he did when he got home. Have seen that video at this point, have made up our minds one way or another. What what was Sebastian's evening routines? We know what his evening routines would have been over at his father's house because his father has spoke about those on his own channel.
Seeing as how he spent 85%. Oh, never mind.
We got
Hey,
a
Victoria.
2. We got a 2 in the chat. Thank you for being honest.
Hey, Story Talker.
So we know what his routine's there, but we can conclude by everything we've learned in this case that the routines he had over at his dad's house were wildly different than the routines
You
he had over.
mean the couple times a month that he was there? Part of that time, his dad had to work and he was home alone for 12 plus hours. Is that what you're talking about? And free reign on the internet? Yeah. I guess that is different. I'm just saying, just what happened.
At his mother's house. The treatment that he received was wildly different at his dad's house than it was at his mother's house. We hear how strict Chris and Katie were on him so much. It seemed like this boy was always in trouble, and it had the appearance that this boy was always in trouble because he could never do anything up to the standards of Chris Proudfoot, which I believe that was his
Says
purpose.
Betty.
He loved to be mean.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Says Betty.
Yeah.
But Chris and Katie tell a whole different story.
And you know what they say, there's his side, their side is somewhere in between the truth. But there is a however. I do tend to lean more towards the Proudfoots. And that's because of people's own actions, their own words that I have witnessed myself.
Chris is the one. Sorry, I misspoke. Chris is the one that has shown us recent video of Sebastian and him interacting with Sebastian.
Mm-hmm.
That has come from Chris. And you hear Chris's voice actively in the videos.
Oh, yeah. And when he was on Clues that night and they were going over he was talking about the construction site and the mini excavator and stuff like that. That broke my heart. I mean, you could just, that's how I know for sure, Betty, you don't care. You don't feel a thing for anybody but yourself. Because whether you like him or not, that shows you a man that's hurting, that misses Sebastian and wants him found.
Mean to Sebastian. He loved to take things away from Sebastian. I'm starting to see he had.
Who took his dogs away? Wasn't Chris. Just saying. He loved to take things away. How you twist things.
He felt gratified by hurting that 15-year-old boy.
And you know this how? Because you don't know this man. How do you know? Was you there? Was you in their home? Did you watch their interactions? Okay.
His things and feeling all so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
That is his behavior. That's how I perceive him in my mind.
Yeah, in your mind, you're right. In your mind only. With all 124 people in there.
We still don't know what his evening routines were there. If he took a shower, if he was able to change into a new diaper, since he had no underwear.
Diapers, you stupid cow. They are incontinence briefs. And it actually was the school who initiated that because of the accidents that were happening. Betty. Stupid cow.
Did Sebastian change his clothes at all during the day?
Exactly.
It is stated that he did change from the clothes he was wearing at the Texas Roadhouse. According to his mother, he changed into a shirt that she cannot describe to this day. 13 to 14 months after his disappearance, has no idea what shirt he left the house is, but very specific on the the pants he left the house in. But you know what? The one thing we all do know is when he left that house, he most likely left in a diaper, which is disgusting to me.
Are you eating
and how
your
a mom
cookies?
could do that to her child will
Okay.
You don't know that, Betty.
I'll never understand. And that was one of my questions. Was
No,
Sebastian
you
wearing a
cannot
diaper that
turn that
evening?
off.
And now that we know that he
'Cause I
had
don't want
no
that movie to
underwear,
come
that
through.
answer is a big old fat yes. When did Sebastian change into his clothes he disappeared in? We still don't know. We don't know what time if he changed into them, what
Well,
time he
you know,
changed
that's
into, or
because,
what.
unlike you, us kind of regular people be sleeping, you know. We don't got a bunch of frivolous civil goings ons that we have to try to play crackerjack box lawyer. So, you know, us regular folk be sleeping.
Time he started his evening
Hey,
routines.
Truck
Did he
You.
brush his teeth?
Hey,
Did he
Kim.
take a shower? We still, in 14 months, 13 to 14 months, still do not know. Did he get any food or drink after arriving at home? And we still don't know the answer.
What does that matter? So what if he got a glass of water or a juice box or a bag of chips or something? So what? What? Oh my Lord.
To those questions either.
That's what
So,
you spend your time doing? That explains a lot. That really explains why you're always so unprepared for court. Ugh.
Into this, early this morning on a work night, apparently we have a chatty Cathy called Christopher Proudfoot on a panel with a bunch of women in the middle of the night, which I find very
he wasn't the
problematic.
only one up there. There was men there too. Quit lying. And so what?
If I was married and I found my husband in a chat room with a bunch of women in the middle of the night, I think I'd have a problem with it. Just me personally. Now, I guess there's, different people's lifestyles and stuff like that. But Sebastian did agree.
What the hell does a lifestyle have to do with somebody jumping on a freaking panel? What? You really reaching?
Great job of going to what appeared to be the restroom at the steakhouse. He's very capable. He can shoot a gun. He can fish. He can hook a fish.
Hey,
okay, he's a smart kid. He was in a class that gave him just a little extra time to complete homework.
Holy shit!
But
Pause that.
Got it.
Oh my God! She finally admits it. He's a smart kid. He could shoot a gun. He could fish.
Mm.
He was just in a class that allowed him a little more time. Finally.
Mm-hmm. And nobody in her chat picked up on that. Hey, that's not what you've been saying. Now all of a sudden that's what you're saying. And that just shows you how capable he really was. Hey, Lisa, good to see you. That just shows you how capable he really was, Betty. Really is.
Was doing work with his age group. If that tells you anything, he was a high functioning autistic boy.
No shit. That's what they've been saying all along, Betty. That's what's been, except for you people.
Okay, he wasn't mute. He wasn't nonverbal. He was very capable, very smart, and able to communicate. And it sounds like he communicated to his teachers regularly about the way he was being treated at home, along with the counselor. So my first problem is did he just, now not only did he throw, in my opinion, Katie Proudfoot under the bus, he also tried to throw Christopher Proudfoot under the bus. He is trying to absolutely distance himself. He is trying to make himself the most unlikely person all of the sudden. And now he's starting, probably because the noose is tightening behind the scenes where we are not at, right? But just behind.
Look at the smug look on her face behind the scenes. She just caught herself. She just tripped herself up. The hell, she's not behind the scenes doing dirty shit. Thank you, baby. Love you. Oh my gosh. Did you see how her face went up when she said that?
Oh God, she's always lying.
Who is she talking about? Distancing himself. Hey, 3 and 4. Is she talking about SF? I don't know.
But by his behavior, by the way he's acting, it sounds like a lot of things are going on behind the scene that we're not privy to.
Huh?
And clearly, he's telling us what he's trying to convince law enforcement. Probably the only reason why he brings it up is just
Really?
to try to say, see, I told them over here the same thing.
Oh
Is
my
that
God, this person isn't even supposed to exist to her.
Yeah, so you think by coming up on a panel and saying something that law enforcement's gonna believe it? Oh my God. The delusions run deep.
Hey. But now all of a sudden, he's making it clear that the only people there that could have done anything with Sebastian were Katie and Seth. Katie and Seth. No joke. Now, I also heard, before we get into that and before we start hearing the videos and the talking points on that, here is one of the things that really rubbed me the wrong way. Now, I heard Mob Crew is getting thrown under the bus by this paywall or whatever this case may be for this video that At Night has. I don't know why anybody would put a paywall on that or charge $3 for that when it's readily available on At Night's X account or Dog the Bounty Hunter's X account, one of the two, maybe both. It doesn't make sense. I feel like this, I went on to Mob Crew to see if he addressed it, if he's talked about it, if he's made a post about it. I don't see that he has. I don't see the Mob Crew doing that. I don't know him that well. I'm not going to frown upon anybody for anything when it comes to YouTube. People have the right to do whatever they choose to do. If they acquire something that's readily available to people and they get paid to produce it, if people are dumb enough to pay the $3 to get something that's readily available for free, well, it is what it is. That's the way I kind of look at it. But I truly feel like this was a setup because nobody knew about this until a hate channel brought it up. Let's be honest. It wasn't being advertised to the best of my knowledge. I didn't see Mob Crew saying, hey, if you want a full copy of this, go check this out. It's $3. And then everybody go over there. So I find it really odd that these people that have nothing to do but complain, moan and groan, bitch, and everything else on their live stream for literally 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours really have the time to keep running Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers' name through all of these search criterias, all this AI, blah, 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 to find this $3 thing. It seemed like a setup to me. Now, I don't know if it is, Mob Crew may come out and say, yeah, I did it. Right? He may very well. I don't know. I haven't asked him about it, but I did go to his channel to see if there was any live or video or just a post, either affirming or denying that this was set up by him, and I didn't see it. And so I just immediately smelled, to me, it smelled like a setup. It smelled like somebody did this, and it's...
It smelled like a setup? Huh? Do you see a setup anywhere? Hey, Lee Bird.
It seems awfully suspect that it comes from these channels. I search Sebastian Rogers' name literally on a daily basis. You would assume that I would have been able to find it. Now, I didn't search Mob Crew's name.
I do not, but I lost my x-ray glasses So, and my magic 8 ball cracked the other day, so
Damn, you should
I'm
have
not
luck.
able to tell the future anymore.
Mob Crew is not credible, and yes, he did do it. That was gross what he did. Who the hell is he to sell anything of Sebastian Rogers and his mother? Putting it behind a paywall is selling it, is it not?
It's what we got after Zav Girl for. Paywalling it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, could that have been? I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to state, one way or another because, like I said, I don't know. But this stinks to high heaven to me. So I'm waiting to hear if Mob Crew's going to address it. If
It's
he does,
not a setup, Betty. There was receipts shown from his Patreon. It's not a setup. There's real receipts shown.
address it. It's on his being on a Patreon account, is it on his Patreon account for $3 or is that just how Patreon works? Because there's different platforms with different rules and you upload different things. Some of these things automatically do. I don't have a Patreon. I've always looked into it. But again, it's not something that I even knew about or would even know about. Would I really care about it? Again, it's readily available. Yes, it's a $3 for the video. But we know how Patreon actually works? Maybe I need to go over there and look at it. Well, again, if somebody wants to pay $3 for something that's readily available to everybody free of charge, that is their prerogative. I'm going to say it just like that. But I still find it awfully suspect. And I would like to, I saw a screen capture. I'd still like to hear what Chris says because I don't know how Patreon works, but I do know it's a paid platform. You can't go on it, from my understanding, without paying a subscription anyways. Is that for the non-subscribers or how does that work? Patreon is a paid subscription. Exactly. That's what I thought. So if he has a Patreon account and other people have a Patreon account, you still have to pay no matter what, from my understanding. I don't know. Again, I'm not in people's purse strings or purses, but I find it awfully funny that the same lady that's up there.
You found it awful funny?
She's in everybody's purses, especially Queen Bee's bag.
Big time. Oh.
Heaving and hoeing about the Mob Crew won't go on Rumble for a very specific reason, and it's because she won't get paid. That's what I find funny. Have to pay to watch creators in general. That's exactly what I thought. So he's just posting something on a different type of platform, and they're probably, and I bet you these people have probably a Patreon.
No, that's not how that works.
I think she meant to say Patreon is $3 a month for members. That way Patreon filters. There you go. So I think they're intentionally misleading, but they may have a Patreon that they do the same thing to, but they don't want to say. I don't know. I don't have Patreon. I've always wanted to get a Patreon, but right now my hands are full with just you guys, right? I don't know how people do it. I don't have enough time in the day right now. I don't have enough time in the day. But you know what? I might go on Patreon, and you might not be able to see one stinking video without paying me $3. I don't know. I've never been on it. But if that's the way it goes, that's the way it goes. I just wanted to say that because I do like Mob Crew. I have utmost respect for him. And quite frankly, I don't trust the hate channels. I really don't trust the hate channels. So let's listen to my first video here. My first video. I'll put them up. Oops, no, I don't want to put them up like that. They're not worth all that. Actually, let me just put me up. There we go. Hi. So while we're listening to this disgusting stuff, at least you don't have to see their emojis. They're too much of cowards to show their face, right? Let's listen.
Time, can he get it back? And I said, he needs to come and talk to me about it, not y'all. And Sebastian did come and ask, and we sat down and had a discussion. I said, okay, I'll unlock your phone. Do not make me regret this, please. Please prove to me and prove to everybody else that you can stay off of all the YouTube, and if you're told to do something, you can do it, and it won't be a problem.
He loved controlling this boy. This goes beyond parenting. This goes beyond parenting that I've ever seen. This is downright control over another human being. One that's medically needy.
No, that is not accurate, Betty.
That's no.
No, that is not accurate, Betty. Mm-mm.
I can't with this one.
A stepfather inserting himself, pushing the mom back is because he's something to do with the case and wants to control the situation so he won't get caught, in my opinion. We're going to get to the throwing under the bus. He threw Seth under the bus and he threw Katie under the bus. We're going to get to it. Let's keep listening.
He said, yes, sir. He gave me his word. Okay. And then I don't remember exactly how much longer after the fact. And his mom told him to do something. He didn't listen. He said, all right, done. Right there. We're done. And
Done. Period. He loved torturing this boy. Mentally.
No, Betty, that's called parenting.
This man has no business
not a
being
parent,
around
you don't
any damn
understand.
children, in my opinion.
I locked it back down again. And I mean, it's a proven fact.
Betty, you've never raised a teenager. You've never raised a child, period. You have no clue what it's like to parent. And there's nothing wrong with having boundaries and discipline, Betty. You've got to teach kids how to make it in this crazy ass world we live in.
Like if you're going to tell me you're going to do something, do it. But when you're not going to do it and you're going to go against it, all right, I'll just turn it off.
It's crazy.
You won't have a reason to not listen to your
I
parents.
just freaked out in my living room because a movie that got through for my 8 to 9 year old that I have blocked out of everything but for that age group, that should have never been played for that age group. And I made sure there's shut up, Betty.
You just won't need to. You won't have.
So there's that.
Hey, wise mom.
This one, I can't remember which this one is. Let me put this one up. Make sure I didn't lose my audio. So far, so good.
We're not so lucky.
I'm sorry, Chris.
Because despite what everybody wants to say, February 2nd at 4:30 p.m. in the afternoon was the last time I gave Sebastian a hug, and I told him to be good when he went to his dad's house.
So now we know. We were able to fill in another critical piece of information. He says 4/2 was the last time he saw Sebastian himself. That was the last time he was at his house. We have been trying to get that one date and time from this man for 13 GD months. And I've got to tell you, it really burns my hide because didn't we hear from a teacher that said they had a teacher-parent conference like around February 9th or February 10th, and all three parents were there, and that she was embarrassed by the way Chris and Katie were talking about Seth when he had not yet arrived or had left the room for something? This is what he said. Let's go back. I think he said February 2nd. Let's go back 15 seconds.
I'm sorry, Chris.
There we go.
Because despite what everybody wants to say, February 2nd at 4:30 p.m. in the afternoon
February 2nd.
was the last time I gave Sebastian.
4:30 in the afternoon.
So
February
Betty.
2nd, 4:30.
We get it, Betty. It's not important. It's shut up. What's relevant is he wasn't there. Period. That's what's relevant.
the afternoon. Whoever's doing the timeline, update the timeline. Last time Chris Proudfoot saw Sebastian, allegedly, is on 4/2 at 4:30 in the afternoon. My question is, let's go back. Where's my phone? There's a phone. There it is. Let's go figure out what this is. Let's listen to this. Okay. So 2024. February 2nd was a Friday. Why is Chris home on a Friday at 4:30 in the afternoon when his job is 3 hours, 37 minutes from doorstep to doorstep? That means he would have gotten off work on Friday at what time? Noon? Or did he just not go to work Friday, February 2nd? How was he there to give Sebastian a hug on a Friday? I think they can both. I think they are both. Here, let me put that up on the big screen. I think they are both monster, in my opinion. KP is going to try and play victim when it comes
his
time.
hit started on Monday and he left on Friday, so he can have a couple of days to set up.
Betty doesn't think that there's other things that's involved besides just, punching the clock and boom, you're there. There's things that are involved, Betty. He also has a camper.
It started on Saturday.
Yeah, you don't know because when you went there, dingbat, it was 3 months later, different phase of the construction, different time of year, different daylight and nighttime, different seasons, everything. I'm almost done, babe.
Was the only victim. Amen to that. He's away from his dad. His dad's a victim. His dad's a victim of this mess. The students that cared for Sebastian, they're a victim of this mess. His teachers that loved him and loved watching him grow, they're a victim of this mess. The community that has been turned upside down is a victim of their mess. There's a lot of victims. Sebastian, the most vulnerable of all of them. And he's the one.
These people don't exist to you per a judge, Betty.
Missing.
Game on point.
But let's not mistaken all of the victims of the Proudfoots. All of them. All of them. All right, let's keep going. So we know 4:30 on February 22nd is what?
No, February
say, right?
2nd, you moron. 4:30, February 2nd, not 22nd. February 2nd.
Let's listen to this.
Ashton would be at the house by himself 2 to 3 hours a day by himself when he got out of school by the time Katie or I got home.
When the neighbors were questioned, did anyone say, oh, yeah, I have seen him? Because remember, one guy did on dispatch. He said, the guy that lived on Honeysuckle said, I've seen that child walking, but not today. Do you think that were there people that came forward?
My problem with that is Honeysuckle. If you go look at the map, in order to get to Honeysuckle, he would have to literally walk down to Long Haul Pike, turn right, go to the next road over, and then turn right and go up Honeysuckle.
Unless he went through the back of the houses, because you can
cut through.
Yeah, if you're on Honeysuckle, you can see the turnaround.
Chris knows that he wasn't on Honeysuckle.
See, but here's the problem: the terrain that drops off from the top of Honeysuckle is treacherous. Like you go down that, and I'm telling you, you've
'Cause
got
honeysuckle's
very
up
good
on
odds
a
of breaking a
hill.
bone. Yes.
Yeah,
Guys.
it's elevated quite a bit.
So you
That's why you
literally
can
would have to
see
go
from
down to the
honeysuckle.
main road.
It's going to be about a minute
Uh-huh.
before it gets to the
Yep.
spot.
If, excuse me, I'm going to be 51. He would tell you, no, I was
Oh my Lord.
I doubt that highly. That's probably our first problem. I'm just saying.
a kid.
Oh my
No.
God. We got to
I'm
watch that
50.
again.
I'm going to be 51. If you ask my dad right now, if I ever snuck out as a child, he would tell you, no, I was a perfect kid. But let me
Did
tell
you?
you, when I was in
What the fuck is wrong with her?
I doubt that highly.
You don't know nothing about that woman to doubt anything, Betty. But that laugh that's a demon laugh. That's demonic.
Well, I mean, Samael and shit. Seth summoned a demon, remember?
Nah, that's true. I think he done possessed all of them.
That's probably our first problem. I'm just saying.
in high school,
And
I
we
did all
know
my
how well
partying.
you did, Betty, that they had to put your ass in an alternative school because you couldn't muster a regular school.
I did all my sneaking out. I used to drink like a fish when
You sound like Bullhorn Betty.
I was in high school.
Cheesy just never got caught.
Thing is,
Right.
Betty, you didn't stop after high school. You continued and continued and continued and continued.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So,
The
you know,
times were so different back then, though.
Okay, well, we'll go.
I mean, Seth
There
worked.
you go.
Well, we
Here-
could say
Here's the throwing under the bus. Here's the throwing under the bus of Seth. And by the way, by him saying Seth up under the bus. Let's listen to this.
He's not throwing Seth up under
Well,
the
he
bus.
didn't just come back, you know?
neither. My mother
Well, I mean,
didn't sleep. She only
we-
slept
Okay,
a couple
Darby.
hours a night, and she still didn't even know that I snuck out at night.
Thank you.
well, we could say the same thing about Seth's house. I mean, Seth worked, 12, 14-hour shifts, and Sebastian would be up there at his house by himself. Now, granted, he had a phone. So if anything happened, he could always make phone calls. He had a list of numbers to call. And I believe, I'm not going to swear on this, but I believe that at one point, even Seth's next door neighbor would occasionally check on Sebastian as well. I'm not going to
Well,
swear
from
on
what
that,
I
but
understand, Sebastian was out and knew most of the neighbors.
let's see, and I'm not going to lie. It kind of makes
I
me
mean,
sound like a
I'm
horrible
not-
parent because I don't know what he was doing up there because it was just a respect thing. We don't intervene in his
absolutely.
household and he don't intervene in ours.
That's
You
how it
know,
was with my kids. I didn't know what they did at their dad's. Unless someone got in
it's
trouble.
always-
I didn't know.
Sneaking out without
Yeah,
her.
I mean, there was always
Yes,
that respect
Stella.
factor. If there were some issues that we would tell, but other than that, I mean, I don't know what nor does Katie. We don't know what he was doing up there 12, 14-hour days.
I'm not quite understanding this. I'm sure there were a few, but it's not like Seth has Sebastian for an unlimited amount of time. He has him on the weekends, and he has him during summer vacation.
Every other weekend, not every weekend, but Chris and Katie were really lenient with the visitation. But yeah, he did spend a lot of time by himself. That's a fact.
And holiday vacations, and anytime that he's home for extended periods of time, they send him over to his father's house. His father's
That's
happy
not-
to have him.
That is not true. Shut the fuck up. That is not true. And you twisted everything. Shut up. His father's the one that refused to take him because of his behavioral issues.
But there's been a lot of times that we've heard Seth say that Chris called to try to find out if Sebastian did something wrong. What does this kid do wrong? So far, I don't even understand why he's being punished half the darn time. Because this
Well,
seems
that's
ridiculous.
good, Betty, Because it's not for you to understand. It's none of your damn business. And who said he was being punished all the time? You. It's in your little warped mind, and it's very small. And there's a lot of people in there.
Ridiculous what he's being punished over.
By himself. I mean, he could be outside. I would like to think that when his dad told him not to go outside or do something, that Sebastian
Hey,
listened.
Marcy.
But
but I thought he's in all this trouble for not listening. But here he contradicts himself and says that he would assume that he would listen. Why? Because he listens.
Realistically, he is a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Testing
there's
the
always
boundaries.
a possibility.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not saying Seth is a horrible parent. That's not. I don't want anybody to take anything.
No, he's not. And he never does. And he doesn't throw him under the bus either, Betty.
From that, I'm just.
Yeah, we're not trying to attempt to take a trash truck over him. We're the ones that lost the child. But here,
when have they ever tried to take a trash truck over him? It's the other way around.
Let me deflect. Let me talk about his parenting. He's there 12, 13-hour days.
That wasn't throwing him under the bus. That's the actual facts. You want the facts? There they are.
If it's such a concern, why have they been allowing it to happen for so long? That would be my question.
All teenagers as kids, and there's not one perfect teen who never did anything.
For sure.
Okay.
And I don't necessarily think that sneaking out makes you a bad teen. I think
He never snuck out. Kid ain't never snuck out.
You don't know
Hold
that.
on here. Let me search for some keywords.
You can't say that.
Because there's more.
Because
there's
hence,
a lot more.
the whole idea of sneaking out is not getting caught. That's why it's called sneaking out, Betty. Jesus.
Here, and I didn't grab
Betty could not deal with a teenager
clip.
today because they are very clever and truthful. Yep.
I didn't grab the last clip. That was my fault.
Speed her up too. Get done with it.
Okay, I think it's this one here. Let's hold on a second. Let me go to that real quick.
No, let's not and say we did.
Say any kind of negative thing you want about any parent, but
he just distanced himself. Did you guys hear that? He just distanced himself. He wanted to make sure that we only think of two people when it comes to Sebastian. His mom.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
He just distanced.
Time you can say, and Seth is supposedly at work, and in any given time you can say any kind of negative thing you want about any parent, but
he just distanced himself.
No, he didn't.
He just distanced himself. He wanted to make sure that we only think of two people when it comes to Sebastian. His mom, which was the only one at the house with him.
No, he didn't. Is that what you got from that? Do I need to back it up a little bit?
No, I heard it perfectly, and I did not take that from what she just said.
Distance himself.
Or his father that was supposedly at work. We know 100%. 100% that Seth was at work. Not supposedly at work. Not allegedly at work. He was at work.
Guess what? We know that Chris was at work as well. Betty.
This man has turned that boy's phone where he can't get a hold of anybody. He reiterated that his phone was locked down, so no stranger danger. So the only other person is Katie Proudfoot with her son.
No.
He just took
because when he was at his dad's house, he had pretty much free reign. Like they said, they didn't know what he did when he was there. Because that was a respect thing they had where that household's that household, our household's our household. Yeah. so.
that trash truck and ran over his wife in the middle of this morning.
No, he
early
didn't.
hours this morning with that trash truck.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
He wants to
Let's
deflect.
just go with her. Let's say that, yeah, she's right. What are you going to do about it, Betty? These people are supposed to have ceased to exist to you. What are you going to do about it?
And that is why she is hell-bent on this, because she wants to do everything she can to make them look guilty and her the victim of them, because she busted them out and can prove what they've done to Sebastian. They're trying to shut her up.
Was gone. The only people there were Katie and Seth. Seth was allegedly at work. Seth was at work with receipts. Amen to that. But I want you guys to hear it.
Chris was at work with receipts. Amen to that.
This is him running over.
Hey, Mona Lisa.
His wife with a trash truck right here.
You know.
I think that's the thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying,
I
was
know
out of
she is,
town.
Mona.
Katie was at the house, and Seth is supposedly at work. And
so it couldn't be me. It has to be one of them. Couldn't be me. It has to be one of them. Can you?
It couldn't be him because he wasn't there. He wasn't even in the same state. You dumb twat.
Replay it. I'll replay it again.
No, we don't need you to replay it again.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, I was out of town. Katie was at the house.
Why do her and Brittany think the more they replay things, the more they can talk? They can. I think they use it. Oh. Here's the link to. Wait, no, it didn't come through. No, it didn't come through. Wait a minute. Oh, here's voila. Here is the link to Mob Crew's all known last footage of Sebastian Rogers at Texas Roadhouse. Unlock with membership or buy the post for $3. Chris Hall creating YouTube videos. Mob Crew. This is his, right here is his Patreon. This is all the last known footage released in order by At Night, with an interview with Tony Mathis talking about how Sebastian's mom, and then it leaves off. Unlock this post from Chris. To unlock any more, you have to buy a membership or buy the post for $3, which includes the video, and he shows a video clip. He's not selling it. Here, I'll show y'all. I really want to turn on my camera, but I'll hold my tablet up because I don't have no makeup on. So I don't know if you guys can even see this. No, you can't, huh? But right there it is. Oh, that's awful. No, you can't even see it. Can you see that? That is Mob Crew's Patreon. It's right here. I don't know if it'll let me share it. Yeah, I don't think it will. But I know what I can do.
Cool.
I know what I can do. If I do it right and don't mess anything up, let me do it this way. He's not doing it, huh? Let me show you something. Let me show you. Now you can see it.
Well, announcement. I have made my first official cup of nugget ice.
Uh-oh.
And it is fantabulous.
And there's the post. This is his Patreon. There's the preview video. It's 11 minutes and 56 seconds, the whole video. It says, all last known footage of Sebastian Rogers. Right here at the bottom, it tells you unlock with membership, which you pay, or you can buy just this for $3.
Yep.
There it is. There it is. Featured products, $3. All last known footage of Sebastian Rogers. Chris Hall, Mob Crew. There's that, Betty. There's that, Betty. What you got to say about that? Not a whole bunch, huh? Mm-mm-mm. Dumb bitch. Thank you for sending me that. I
Seth is
appreciate that.
supposedly at work, and at any given time, you can say any kind of negative thing you want about any parent, but the facts are still the facts.
I wasn't there, and she was. The facts are the facts. So I'm going to ask
That's not throwing her under the bus. That's the actual truth, Betty. He wasn't there. He wasn't even nowhere near there.
guys, because we have this live going. We
Okay.
have a poll. The poll
Okay.
is saying, is Chris trying to distance himself from Katie? If you have not taken the poll yet and you would like to take the poll, please take the poll. Very simple. Yes or no. Yes or no. This right here, my friends, is the breakdown. You guys think I care who says this? We want them to keep talking. Every time they talk, they tell on themselves. They have leakage.
No, they don't.
They tell on themselves. And Chris, backed into the wall, the narcissist he is, he's not going to come right out and say it, but he's going to display it. Oh, well, you know, she was at the house and he was supposedly at work. I was out of town. Couldn't have been me. I was out of town. The only person in the house with him was her. I turned all the phones off. He had no access to the online world. I took that away from him because he wouldn't do something what I asked the way I asked it right when I asked him to do it. Don't you know? Interesting stuff. Very, very interesting stuff. So I'd like to know. Let me know. We're going to take the poll here, but this is for people after this live ends, which is about to end. I believe Justin, if he hasn't gone on before me, I'm sure he's going to be doing a live here shortly. So I'll see you guys over in his chat. But is Chris, I'm going to go ahead and pull the poll. I'm giving you guys just 30 more seconds to put in if you'd like to be part of the poll, please, please, please.
Like I said, as far as the CPS reports, I tend to believe what Chris said. A lot of people, if they ever do get out, a lot of people is going to have to bag up on what they've claimed, because they're not going to be happy with what they say. And I just don't believe that it's negative on Chris and Katie. But that's just my opinion.
Take the poll now. I'm going to end it in 2.
Who cares?
We have 7,927 votes. 827 votes. If people, we did read our goal. We did talk a little schnizzit. The schnizzit is, let me let you listen to it.
Oh, Lord.
Let me let you listen to it.
She really thinks she's something.
Let's think it's right here. Well, we're gonna listen to this skit. This is priceless. This is priceless. Hold on, where is it? I'm close to it. Hold on. Okay. I'll find it. 342. No, 440. What is it? Hold on. Okay, 342. Let me go there. The grifters going to grift.
Real bad. Pop out, pop back up, baby. It's got to be this fucking StreamYard. And then they got this share your referral link. Fuck that referral link. We're about to go find something else. I need to find some other way to stream because fuck this goddamn StreamYard. I'm so sick of this shit.
Sorry, viewer discretion advised. She's got a potty mouth. She's got a horrible potty mouth. Sorry, I know you guys aren't accustomed to it on my channel, but listen, keep listening. Keep listening.
Paid for a whole fucking year of this. It's bullshit.
Oh, yeah. You want to know where your money went for her attorney fees? It went to a whole year of StreamYard. She had the money. She wanted to make sure she spent.
No, that's not true. That's not true at all. When the price raised, a subscriber sent her that. And she did exactly with it what she said she was going to do. Followed through.
Paid for a StreamYard so she didn't look like a POS when she can't pay for it and she's got $100,000 for all this money. Where'd it go?
Shit.
Fuck you, Betty. You're such a piece of shit. Pause game on point. I think you're muted, though.
She knows exactly where that money went. Look at her face. Look at that laugh. She knows where that lawyer money went because she's the one burning it up, dragging this shit out and wasting everybody's time and money. Dumb bitch. Look at her.
What do you use?
Well, you use StreamYard Clue?
No.
What do you use?
I only use StreamYard when I want to have like a panel or whatever, but I use OBS.
You can't do a panel with OBS?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, Jay has done a panel with that before.
Yeah, I need to figure out from you girls how to use that because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but this is terrible.
You got to be.
Sorry for the language.
You got to be really good with computers
Go get 'em.
because you have to literally.
Shut up. You sit on here and cuss all the time. Shut up. You stupid hypocritical cow.
Put everything.
She never cusses voices. And it's ghetto because someone else cussed. But she can cuss up a storm because she has a cuss jar that she uses the money out of that her subs put in to pay her lawn guy.
Yeah, you have to
It's coming.
You have to make your whole setup right, like everything.
I'm telling you, Lacey Ann.
But there has to be something besides
There it is.
StreamYard. Like there has to be.
Right.
Oh yeah, Restream.
There's a couple of different ones. I know you looked at.
Yeah, Restream. I'll try that for sure.
Why don't we all just go over to what you call that other
Listen.
one? Rumble?
Yes, Rumble. Yeah.
Fuck it. Everybody just go to Rumble.
But that's different. That's switching from YouTube to Rumble.
What's wrong with that if you're just advocating? Oh, you didn't want to tell him you wouldn't be paid over there. You wouldn't get
You're wrong. But Queen it will be paid over there. Everybody gets paid on Rumble once you're monetized. Queen actually, when she was over there the few times she did very well. So you're wrong. And no one said anything about money, Betty. Doing it for the money. They were talking about how bad the StreamYard's been operating.
a paycheck if you went over to Rumble.
Getting a better
That's what
service.
you're trying to say. Oh.
That had nothing to do with it, Betty, you dumb cow. Because she was already monetized and making money over there.
Person that's watching everybody's paid book, right? Oh, you need to get a job. You should be getting a job. I can't believe you grifted. I can't believe you grifted. Let's go back and listen to that. What?
God.
So what do you call that other one? Rumble?
Yes, Rumble. Yeah.
Fuck it. Everybody just go to Rumble.
But that's different. That's switching from YouTube to Rumble. StreamYard is just a streaming service.
Yeah, that's
which Chris didn't know. That's what they were talking about. No one but your wart mind, because your coward ass wouldn't do it because you wouldn't make any money. You jelly, the Queen would make money and has.
StreamYard, I will say.
Oh, yeah. But why won't you go to Rumble? I mean, if you ain't here for the money.
Because they were
Because you
explaining.
still need StreamYard for Rumble, you nitwit.
Yeah, they were just explaining that it's still StreamYard. It's just not YouTube. Chris didn't understand that. He doesn't know about what, how it works for us. Jesus. No one said anything about getting paid but your little twisted mind, because we know how greedy your ass is.
What's wrong with Rumble? I mean, if everybody from your chat goes over to Rumble, and no, you don't get paid immediately on Rumble. You got to do just like you got to do over here. You got to work for it. So now we know Mrs. Purse Watcher ain't here just to advocate. Oh my gosh, I would have never known. Have a good night, Melody.
She's never made that claim, Betty. That's you making that claim. And you're only here for your greedy ass. You're lying, stalking, harassing, out on $20,000 bond, facing jail time, ass. That's all you, boo.
I like Rumble too, but there's a reason why I'm not on it as well. Okay? That's why when I heard it,
because you don't want to build your channel over there because you know you couldn't. I don't think you could. That's a challenge, Betty. I don't think you could. Queen had no problem getting the subs she needed and taking care of Rumble. None at all. You couldn't do that.
I just think it's funny because all this stuff talking about money, everybody else's money, and the only reason why
they were talking about streaming services, and because StreamYards has been acting up bad lately. That's what they were talking about, Betty.
Over there, it's because she'd get none. I'm sorry, not sorry. Hypocritical, you know what, you ish.
Hey, T. Murray.
Go on over to Rumble. Take your people. Don't toxify Rumble. Rumble is a pure platform. I don't think they'd like your kind over there. I'm just saying, not playing. And of course, since you guys met, I know it doesn't look like you guys met the goal, but you guys met the goal. So we're gonna do the mullet party as well.
If you shave your cooch, but not your booty hole, is that the same?
My tongue got ass.
So it's okay for Betty to make shit like this about using the parents of a missing child. It's okay. Yeah. These lower level misfits now, because, according to Brittany J, we're lower level.
Oh, dear goodness. What has Betty done now? Oh, my God.
Be the stupid, dumbass clown you've always been. That's what you've done.
Oh, my God. Kim, thank you so very much. God
we'll
bless
be
you.
Laughing at that every day you sit behind them bars, Betty. Bet on that.
Beautiful Mel.
Just like you lied about what happened in court, which I knew you did. I said you did. Go back and play it. I said, Betty will come out real quick and she will make a post or do a live and she will lie and spin it. And she did just that.
Melanie, good evening, Betty, Delilah, mods, and chat. I hope everyone is doing well. Much love to all of you, and prayers to send. We have a beauty from you. Love you, BA. Thumbs up button. Bastion, Wayne, Drake, Groovy Gal, Steve, and all the thumbs up. Was allegedly couldn't have done it. I mean, the drive time.
Who's making money, Betty? You might want to document all that. You got to be turning that shit in pretty soon.
Puts him out of the ballpark. Actually, when we removed that 515, I told you guys that 515.
Little late to try to say the channel's in someone else's name, Betty.
Time arrival at work was the outlier. It did not lie. It was easy enough to debunk very, very quickly. He was not there at 5:15.
He was at work, Betty. You're a liar. You have no idea because you weren't there whatever you think you discovered 3 months, 4 months later, doesn't matter. Again, there's different phases on big construction sites. You were also there at a different time of year and a different time of day, Betty. Shut up. You didn't prove shit. It's not factual, Betty. It's just in your mind, remember? It's just in your mind.
Was there at 5:15, and there was not one crane operator there. There was not one crane operator there when I left.
I guess not. It was 4 months later, Betty. I guess it wasn't. Oh, Jesus Christ. And you say you grew up around the handyman business? Okay.
At 6 a.m. So it's just bull. It's just bull. Feisty mama. Only things for sure is Chris is a PIS. He's a pissant? No. POS. I got you, in my opinion. I concur. All right, you crazy people, get out of here. I know somebody's running a show right now. Hopefully it's Justin. It's Justin live. If he's live, let's all go over to Justin's channel, so show some love and support. And I'll see you guys real soon. I hope you guys got our separate stories about stuff that happened, including, I believe, him finally.
No, you didn't.
Acknowledging, which I missed, Sebastian being under a car, which, I don't know. I was having conversations whether or not he even acknowledged the first time when it was brought up, because they kept saying he's never run away before. He's never run away. And our questions have always been, well, then why did the neighbor say he saw him?
She's got a ton of something all done. I'm not clear on which case she didn't say, but I feel like it's okay. It could be. I don't know. If the judge sticks to her word, there should be a decision coming down in the frivolous Pennsylvania court actions, and hopefully there won't be a travesty of justice in that case. Hopefully the judge will see it for the piece of shit it really is and throw it all out. Like I said, if not, it'll be a total travesty of justice. Also, the 16th, I still think there's going to be a continuance on the 16th.
I bet there is.
I'm under a car. We never got an answer to that. Well, now it sounds like they were aware of it, which makes no damn sense, because for a year and several months they've been.
If you dumb enough to go in that courtroom on the 16th and try to represent yourself, good Lord. Whoa. Why would I not be surprised, though? Because her ego, she would think that she could handle it. Betty, do yourself a favor. Those few thousand you did get in your $30,000 GoFundMe, I'd use it for a lawyer. Just saying.
Been telling us he didn't run. So why would he be under the car if not in fear for his life?
Yeah, because the whole idea of the anti-slap is so the other side, so it doesn't keep dragging out in court and people are losing tons of money paying lawyers to fight frivolous shit. So the whole idea is to make a rapid decision, not drag it out. And also, in good faith, there's not supposed to be no filings during said process. But of course, that's not what happened. So I'm just hoping the judge, I don't know. It should be next week sometime. Hopefully.
God bless you. Rock it out with your
and
coffee beans
hopefully
out.
it will be ended. They will be laughed out of court. That's what I'm hoping for. Because like I said, if these fools are not laughed out of court, that's a true travesty.
Don't forget to be fearless. If you see something, say something. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Justin will be live in another hour, folks, in another hour. So I will see you guys over there in about an hour. Rock it out. See you soon.
Oh, good riddance. Oh my God, she really thinks she's something. She really, really, truly thinks she's something. I had no intentions on getting into all that, but I'm glad I did. Um, I
Hmm.
will not be live tomorrow. Family Day. We have an Easter thing to go to with all kinds of stuff going on in it. They're having an egg hunt too. Ought to be fun. Hopefully, it won't
They're doing
be
it a week early?
the Easter egg. Oh yeah, everybody's having their Easter events.
Oh,
The
wow.
egg hunts and stuff like that. They always do a week or two before Easter. Yeah, this weekend there's probably like 5 different ones, but we can't go to all of them.
Cool.
So, you know,
All
um,
right. Well, thanks for having me. I
thank
appreciate
you
you.
for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. Check your paper.
I did. I saw it. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank
All right.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Um, yeah. So tomorrow's going to be fun. Did I miss? Um, the pirates are going to be there with the big ship too. Yeah, it's going to be fun. And the kids will enjoy it. Plus, let's see, comment above. Did I miss something, LFT? That's way back in chat. Yeah, see this now. It's not letting me catch up. Oh well. Oh, the kids are driving my husband crazy. I can hear him. I'm not telling him about that. I can't believe that movie got through. That is not a movie for children. I was not a happy camper about that. I was going up in my living room at that TV. But yeah, tomorrow, like I said, it's family day. I'm going to do one Sunday, and we're finally going to do the thing in the wall. Um, Things have just been happening. I don't know, unless something comes up and Saturday night I can't sleep and I'm bored, then maybe I don't know, but I doubt it. I don't know. I don't know. I can't pre-plan a live too far ahead because some things change. It's crazy. My house is crazy right now. Criminal and appeal, yes, 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 yes. But mods, thank you for a great, 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 great night. I appreciate you so much. Hope, thank you so much for renewing and sticking with me for 21 months. You're amazing. And you've always been so supportive and you've been a real friend. I've talked to you a few times. Um, but thank you. I really appreciate you. And thank you for the super chat. And I appreciate you too. But if you haven't, hit that thumbs up, sub up if you're not subbed up. There for a while, we had a really good audience. We had over 300 in here, which was good. So that was nice. And then my core, which is you guys. I'm thankful for. Oh, it's raining. What the hell? We need it though. Come on and rain. Because this is the time of year I got to put so much water in that pool. And the city makes tons of money on my water bill. So come on and rain. I hope it don't rain tomorrow, though. I don't want to get rained out. That would suck. We've been looking forward to this all week. The kids have. That would suck if we get rained out. But thanks for hanging with the lower level. Yeah, I'll be seeing you guys. Make me proud out there, misfits. Just remember, you're the lower level misfit. You're the misfits from down under. And the misfits from the lower level. And Grifton Jay's been crying for the last 2 hours about being called out again. And she wouldn't wait for Queen to go live so Queen could address the issues, which I definitely want to listen to. And she said some really bad things about Queen that she should have never said. And yeah, I'm all there for it. But now that'll give her an excuse to fire up yet another live, so she can play her perpetual victimhood, Woe is me, she's the punching bag of YouTube. all that stuff. But let me know what you think in the comments. Hey, Sans. Who did what? Let me know what you think in the comments. And like I said, if there's something you want to review, look at, let me know. We'll do it. All right, guys. I'll see you around the misfits from the lower level. Don't worry. That's where the party begins. Night all.